Welcome back to the Ironheart Friday Merchant Campaign, session number 65, A Spell of a Time. Last time we left off, the party managed to not only get to the city of Treasure Cove, managing to discover a traveling circus with a powerful lich running it named Pork, but also managed to meet one of James's dear nephews from a distant family clan who just happened to be running from a group of hooligans as soon as you all were showing up at the door of the city. Totally was not a trap, as later it was revealed that it was a trap. James, your cousin, having managed to, here, one sec. Take a second. You know, I just want to make sure. Oh, all right. Sorry about that. Yeah. As you lot managed to end up in Treasure Cove, the city itself seemed to come alive almost. A traveling circus, dwarves from all around, and this cousin seemingly having a workshop that let you guys set up a base inside town while you figured out what you wanted to do. However, as it turned out, while Ham was able to set up with the party and go take the position of a powerful musician and artist hiding away from the party, hiding away from Pork himself and kind of taking his position to find out more what was going on with him, as well as investigate where Keldrin had supposedly arrived at. Roloman also deciding to, after a short stint of potential registration and failing to register as adventurers, decide to also join Ham in the tavern, hopefully hoping to catch this individual off guard inside during the show. However, as the party found out to their dismay, well, he was never there. He always was the cousin waiting, or the nephew waiting with James, sitting there watching, or at least that's what the party assumed, as James found himself not only alone with this individual, but fully kidnapped by the individual and taken away to the temple. The party found themselves returning with Ham and Rollman late to the night, looking around to try and find James, only to find that there was no sign of him, and poor Cabbage, the corgi beast folk, stabbed dead in the streets. We return back with Ham and Rollman standing outside the destroyed workshop of Hankerson, or no, it's Hank of Gilded Goose Clan. That's what it was. On the day,
Person?
yes, the year 65,007, the month of the Bloodied, or May, and on the 33rd day of the month, late into the evening, and it is already pitch black out. As you lot kind of stand there looking down at Cabbage's impaled body, nothing, no note, no sign of a struggle or who did this, though in your minds you're already kind of pretty much I don't know who probably was who caused this. What would you two like to do?
Well, the clothes are coming off. The clothes are...
Okay, Ham is stripping. All right, why not?
I'm not wearing this fucking acrobat. If
Oh,
you're gonna
okay.
assume I'm the...
Yeah.
You start kind of like taking the clothes off and respectfully putting them on the Cabbage as best you can.
Yeah. Look, I'm a gnoll. We technically don't have to wear clothes.
That's fair. That's fair.
I will investigate the the burned down building, see if they could make out like a scuffle or something.
Okay.
Or what happened.
Are you so you're going for something specific? Give me either a search check, or I'll take a survival if you want to try and piece together everything. Actually, rather I'd take a profession mercenary rather than survival or search. So
okay, better at search.
Okay, fair enough.
Search.
You know, I'd hope the bodyguard is good.
Yeah, the bodyguard has failed his mission.
I mean, he has 25. Oh, dude, nice. 25.
I'm gonna roll high all night.
Yeah, this is the one time, and then James is gonna die halfway through session, and the campaign's over. No, the 25. As you look about, looking for any signs of a scuffle or any signs of really anything, you notice the workshop itself, while not only being burned down, but when you go inside, you can see that the elementals that were originally kind of spotted about the area seem to have been killed. There's gemstones completely cracked and left in the
Hmm.
workshop. Many of the books seem to be burned, but you do notice a couple of artifacts on the shelves. And I use artifacts not like literally, but like just to describe the items themselves. They look
Yeah,
old as hell, not necessarily
sure.
magical. Sitting kind of on the shelves there that seem to be completely in pristine shape, but nothing else seems to kind of catch your attention. No blade, no signs of a struggle. The ground looks clean. I mean, the place looks like it went up from the forge, from what you can gather. The fire seemingly overloading and burning down the wooden building around. Uniquely, though, it didn't seem to burn into the Venkos building down below, which does kind of catch your attention
Mhm.
as quite strange.
Well, can I assume that that building is like pretty magically enchanted to not be destroyed if there's
You
a fire?
you could, but you did earlier see acid pour through the
That's also
floor,
true,
and it was
I
magical
guess. Yeah.
acid, so and it went right through the stone. Yeah.
Mm, it's interesting. Well, I'll tell Ham. Elemental. Some of the small elementals are dead. Do I see any corpses of like the large ones we saw briefly, or are those not
No,
here?
no, you only see the small ones. It look to
Just
be
the
the
small
ones he had as
ones.
pets. Yeah.
The elementals are dead. So, do you think they got both jumped or something potentially? And the workshop burned down.
Well, I don't know, but here, let me check something. Um, I'd like to use my staff
Okay.
to replay the events because it tells my own story, so I can re-look at uh the people, like what the guy looked like and anything weird about him
Yeah.
as he
Okay.
changed illusion.
Yeah, as you open up your staff, kind of looking through it, kind of pulling the scroll out, you see like your fighting techniques you've learned, the acrobatics recently that you've kind of added into a bit of your fighting style from Cabbage's performance. As you kind of scroll
Yeah.
back further to the day that you arrived, really this morning, to be truthful, you see Hank himself there, and dwarvish looking. But something that on him that wasn't there. His outfit looks as it was, very nice and noble, a little bit scuffled up like you saw. But upon the back of his neck, you recognize a symbol that James showed you on the ship to watch out for during the downtime. The symbol of, or the sigil of the League of Evil that he has had to deal with before. And League of Evil, of course, being his working name, not mine.
Hmm. Uh. Okay. I mean, I'll show that to Rolaman, and Ham will be like, I could probably use this to sell to that guy to help out.
That's true. But why would would he kill his own elementals then? Unless those truly did belong to
I
the Hilgerson that he's impersonating.
I don't think they were his,
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
unless he wanted to throw us for a loop. But
Yeah,
I will say,
maybe to think that. Yeah,
Rollman, something that catches your attention
ish.
as he mentions the pride, or the not pride thing, the League of Evil thing. I'm so used to you guys dealing with pride after last time. The League of Evil symbol, you recognize the fact that he was able to speak Abyssal kind of catches your attention because
It's
you
also
remember
true. Yeah.
Jakix could, and he was able to do it without costing his throat. So it's not a full safe assumption, but you think that there might be some sort of association because your knowledge so far, Snowbeards can't use Abyssal, like true Abyssal, because it'll kill them.
Hmm. Yeah. Do I know the full list of the members that have that mark?
I think from group wise, you guys have confirmed old Jakix, which we haven't confirmed yet if that was true Jakix or not yet. They're still that's
Yeah.
still out there, but old Jakix, Valthana was, well, no, you guys didn't see Valthana. No, Sunday told you Valthana did. That's right, and you guys did find out because of James's paper. Valthana Lagrosa, and then there was like two other names, Goose, and then there's one more. Because James was given a
Mhm.
full sheet of the League of Eagle Fools, so yeah, you do know them.
Yes. And then Red Hook was not on that list.
Correct. Keldrin was never mentioned.
Interesting. Yeah, just some might be a hired man. Unless Red Hook is part of it, we just didn't have him on the list. Well, he's definitely bad news and probably maybe killed James, took him off, but I'm more likely maybe kidnapped him to talk to him, get some information. I don't see any tracks though, unfortunately.
I can confirm there's not a single showing of any marks on the ground as you guys look about.
I
Maybe we'll
sniff
go
the
to the
air.
church, I guess. Oh yeah, scent.
Yeah, you can give me
I'm a dog.
you can give me a smell check.
Smell check.
Survival. What do
I
you
think
say?
it's survival, yeah, in this case.
Yeah, it is a survival check for tracking. Yeah.
I'll smell the air. I'm a dog. I may as well.
It couldn't hurt. Courtney's
Yeah.
got a good sense of smell.
26.
26. It's definitely charred. James, let me ask you something. Hypothetically
You smell.
speaking, do
I
you
wouldn't have had time to take a shower, and I
know
didn't do
what
a
I'm asking?
cantrip. No.
Let me finish my question before you answer. Funny though. Would you say you ate would have ate breakfast on the ship before you left?
Probably something light, given
No,
the
it's just a
state of.
question. Would you have eaten? I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yes, Ham, you smell the scent of strong garlic in the air, on top of an abundant smell and almost overpowering scent of fire and char from the wood itself, as well as the stones seeming to have a slight burnt smell to them.
Yeah, I like sniff and I just look Roland dead in the eyes, just go burnt garlic.
Did we eat garlic this morning?
Roland, yes. Catechus is very well known for using garlic in his food heavily because it's supposed to scare away vampires, as he supposedly one of the crew members said.
One of the Well, we'll have to thank Catechus for his prolific use of garlic. Let's head after it.
Follow first, not go talk to scary lich man.
What do you mean, scary lichman? What?
Pork.
The guy who runs the carnival? You're saying he's a lich?
He said it himself.
He didn't say it to me, just so you know, Justin. He only said it to you.
I know, but Ham is very simple-minded. He doesn't know
I see.
that.
Okay.
Also, I don't think Roland's actually met Pork in person yet. He's only seen
No.
him pass
Yes.
by. So.
He put his hands on
Pork-
my neck and
Oh,
wanted to
that's
hire
right.
me.
Pork did. Yeah, I forgot.
Pork
Pork
tried
did like
to
you.
seduce Roland.
Tried to hire me. Or seduce me. One of the two.
Both, actually. Yeah.
Both.
It was seduced because he said to me afterwards, he's like, Kevin, I just can't find a good man.
Hey, how else are you supposed to find a good man these days other than hiring them as employees? It's just how it works.
Yeah, it's totally not like there's an HR department in that carnival, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, Roland's probably right. I'll start following the garlic scent. Why not?
And then Roland, I assume you're gonna follow after him.
Yes. We need to find him. Time is of the essence.
I'm just carrying Cabbage's body.
As the three of you start
Okay.
heading towards the Dracothex temple, we're gonna pop over to James for a moment. James, as you find yourself kind of sitting, kind of waking up, your mouth is gagged, a thick thing of leather kind of covering it. Your hands are bound. Each of your fingers seem to be imprisoned in this weird metal contraption designed specifically for casters to keep them from using their spells. And you notice your component bag as well as you look about your armor. Pretty much all of your gear is been stripped of you except for your noble attire or your merchant's attire.
The fact I'm waking up is the most concerning. I'm still tired. I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah, as you kind of open your eyes, fluttering for a second, looking around, it's a quiet little
Fuck.
room. You can see a couple of trunks across from you that are just kind of laying on the ground. It's very dark in here. There's not any sort of light, really. Thankfully, your dark vision gives you the ability to somewhat see in the gray coloration.
Did they take out my eye?
They did not, as you can still feel it rolling around in your head, as well as the eye patch is still covering it.
Well, no, that eye patch burned away. I know that.
Oh, that's
much.
right. That's right. I
remember that.
forgot. We burned your eye patch.
Yeah, he broke my fucking eye patch.
Sorry, I didn't do it. The goddamn eyeball did.
But
But-
what do you want to do?
Okay,
As you look
one
around?
item. Well, can't speak.
Can't move your fingers,
Can't move my fingers.
and you see no
I'm
gear.
dead tired. I really shouldn't be waking up already. I was supposed to sleep for 2 days when I went unconscious.
You are. But you have somehow woken. And you're
Which
not
means
sure
they're
how.
doing some hoodoo.
Mm-hmm. You can give me a spellcraft to see if there's a magical spell going on in the room.
And it's powerful enough that it bypassed the exhaustion I had, so
Let's see what James has
I'm
got.
gonna spellcraft.
Turns out the garlic bread has given him a bonus to rejuvenation.
It gave me regen 1.
Yeah, it just took a minute to kick in, it just hit his stomach, that's why.
Didn't it lodge in his throat?
Basically. 23.
23.
Nice, bro. Nice. With the 23, as you look about, you're pretty sure that there is some sort of feeling of divine energy going around you, and as you kind of recognize this seems to be some sort of hallowed ground spell that you recognize from the books. Very rare amongst like only found amongst really high ranked priests to specific religions, but it's designed, the spell you recognize as a common one to use for like basically cardinals and such when they come in, as they give you a well-rested feeling and try to help the peasants to make them more enveloped in the religion and more interested, like there's actually a mercy being given to them. So you feel your aches, your pains, your HP, your fatigue all slowly dissipating. Now it's slow, so you still feel it, but it's starting to dissipate.
Hmm. If they wanted me dead, they wouldn't have bound me like this. They want something.
Mm-hmm.
Either they want me to leave and just let Eider take the throne, which I have no problem backing off.
No, as you kind of wait a few more minutes, you hear as the door creaks open and a lantern seems to kind of come, kind of give glimmer through the doorway as it cracks. And you see as a young-looking Snowbeard walks in, his beard kind of cut short, a little bit of silver, a little bit of gray spotted throughout it. His hair somewhat jostled, light, but cut in a similar fashion to yours. He seems to be wearing dark leathers as he kind of walks in a hood that covers his face, almost completely except for the beard and his hair that seems to kind of stick out slightly. Um, as he moves the lantern, it starts to kind of go in front of you, and it seems to almost kind of blind your dark vision, as he goes to hang it up, and then seems to start to pull a chair into the room as it grinds against the floor, almost eerily, as he doesn't say a word, doesn't look to you, doesn't make any notions that he's coming near or he's interested in you. And when the chair finally comes in, he sits down, kind of sits down in it himself, wipes his boots off a little bit as he puts one leg up over the other, and then does the same for a moment and then looks at you as he takes his hood off finally and goes, James. And you recognize Keldrin, Red Hook himself, as he smiles at you and goes, You can't talk, which is understandable. I apologize for the mistreatment of your situation, but as you can imagine, you are quite a threat to me, given what you did with the demons in Laspire. I couldn't trust that you're not continuing to conspire with them and trying to kill me. And plus, I still found where Syndra, as he puts air quotes with one finger, not showing his other hand that still seems to have a thick glove covering it, but kind of makes air quote with the other hand and goes, Syndra has yet to be found, but we're searching for her. I heard you sent her to the Bronzebeard house, and I'm looking forward to her finding my nice little surprise waiting for her. Thank you.
James is just very calm. Still definitely looking tired.
Ah,
I have 3 options I could do. Here's, I think, I could scare the shit out of him and suddenly start speaking into his fucking mind.
mhm.
I could call in a favor. Or I can just wait. I think waiting is the safest decision for my life at the moment.
As James kind of runs through the ideas in his head for a moment, his eyes kind of calculating quickly. While the gag show doesn't allow it to be seen, a slight shudder in James's or lower lip shows the fear. But unfortunately, with the gag covering his lip, there's no sign of concern or worry on James's face. Otherwise, as he continues to just watch, calculating this individual, as he continues to talk and goes, but I do digress. I do have a job to do, so let me explain how this will work. I'm a bit of a professional in your family, so I figure it's only fair. Right now, your friends Rollerman and Cabbage are looking for me. Well, Cabbage is now dead, unfortunately. I am sorry to tell you, I did kill your new beast folk companion.
Shrug.
They did say you were cold-hearted. I can appreciate that. I imagine Rollman will be looking for me now. He'll either do one of two things. He'll return to Pork, asking and seeking his assistance, which, if he does, he does. I have plans for that. Should he decide to come barging in here, like I expect, as well, hell, he'll find himself outnumbered and killed quite quickly in front of you. Now, as that happens, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Now, I should note this room has a semi-anti-magic effect that'll go up as soon as I open or take the gag off your mouth, so don't bother trying to cast. Though I'll expect you to try, so feel free to use whatever you have for the first few seconds. I'll give you a moment, of course, as he kind of looks at you, still not removing the gag, but kind of keeping his eyes calmly staring at you, and then continues. So I'll ask you these questions. You will choose to either insult me, answer falsely, or answer truthfully. Whatever will happen. I'll take the information I've gathered, and then I will either have to sacrifice you, depending on the answers you give me, or I will have to, or I'll let you go without any memory of this situation. Understand, I'm not an evil man, my young cousin.
An eye roll happens when he says he's not evil man, given the fact that I'm picturing the contract where he sold literal thousands of people.
Yeah. He should have fit like 50,000 to a snowbeard. Yeah. You roll your eyes. He just kind of goes, I am not. Whatever you may believe, I did only at the request of our family. And I have followed orders. I was banished for it, and I have stayed banished for it, and found my way into a church where I make a good name for myself, and I see no real reason for you to be bothering me. So, let's see if we can handle this peacefully. I'm going to now take this gag off, and I'm going to ask you only 3 questions. Answer them how you will, it does not matter. I will take the information face value and return them to my benefactor. And yes, before you ask, I will give you one question, because I'm curious about what your mind is running through right now. Now, don't bite me, as he kind of leans forward with the same hand he did the air quote earlier and kind of goes for your mouthpiece and kind of
I'm not
slowly
gonna
pulls it
bite him, but
down.
can I lean and have my eye touch him, my false eye?
Not easily. If you want
Yeah.
to try to do a reflex check against him,
No, I'm not gonna be able to
or
manage
I guess
it.
unarmed strike at that point because you're just headbutting him in a sense. But
No, I was gonna try an energy drain his ass.
no, I got you. As he though removes the gag, you do feel the room begin to glow, and you feel your fatigue start to come back.
I'll get your questions out of the way. I'll ask mine at the end.
No spell? Okay. I appreciate
Why
the
bother
candor.
wasting the time?
He nods and goes, I respect a merchant who doesn't buy for time. I would assume you'd be waiting for Rollman and trying to get as much advantage as possible. I understand. My first question. Why did you allow the Pride member of Zonde to sacrifice all of Laspire?
It was that or death.
Can you clarify? That is not one of my questions. You do not have to. I'm just curious.
It was either stay, join the fight, be killed either by my siblings or by Pride himself, or take my life and leave. Lost can be rebuilt, it's a place. While the people are hardly replaceable, buildings, places can be remade.
Okay. Kind of nods at that and goes, okay. Okay. I can respect that. He starts to pull out this like glowing pink orb and kind of puts it down on the ground, and it kind of starts to glimmer with magic, kind of showing basically what you saw, James, of the exact ritual that happened from of what Pride did in the Spire, your family members being destroyed and all that. And he goes, "Seems you did tell me the truth." Okay. My next question is simple. Who is Rolaman Guntas? And I do not mean in a sense your bodyguard. I mean, I want to know who he is from what you know of him.
A traveling elf, a good friend, and a beyond capable warrior.
Nods. as you begin to see a flash of him fighting the Hydras and all of his other fights. A flash of him.
Oh no, the
making
first thing that would come to
bleed.
mind is him injuring the Golden City.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I was getting to it. Don't worry. As you see that kind of finish out, the Golden Sea running or chasing after another orb of light as it seems to disappear into the darkness, and he goes, "Understood. My third question: what is your relations with the unfortunate sons?"
Other than technically a blood relation to Iter, I don't really have one. They seem to want nothing to do with me, no matter how much I've offered to help.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I've stopped.
Kind of nods. He goes, "Okay." And he kind of sees the orb glow and shows the visions of the unfortunate sons talking to you, and only a few stints, and like the back and forth. It doesn't seem to
And it
play on
hasn't
audio.
happened for more than a few years at this point.
Yeah, as he plays this scene out, he kind of takes a second and goes, "I appreciate your candor." As he picks the orb up and kind of puts it into his bag of holding, and looks at you and goes, "As a kindness, I will answer anything truthfully. You have my word on that." And that,
Anything.
and that's where we pause while James takes a second to think, and we pump over to Rolliman and Ham once again. Also gives James a second to think about his question if he wants to kind of contemplate something for a minute, so he can also
Mhm.
ping his teammates. James, or not James, sorry, Rollman and Ham, as you find yourself about now at this point, it's about 10 in the evening, right? It's dark out. The people, most of the streets are somewhat pretty much quieted away. It's a weeknight for the most, so a lot of working snowbeards, and other than the taverns kind of playing music, there's not much sound out in the streets, and other than a few guards passing on patrol. As you guys find yourself to this beautiful and glorious temple with the sheen of the clan treasure horn symbolism depicted in one of the windows, a bunch of bodyguards kind of standing out in front of it that all look to be wearing adventuring gear, different snowbeard clans. The temple itself seems to be made of a mix of like marble and slate, carved straight out of the reef or out of the cliffside itself, and seems to have been dotted with just gemstones and statues of precious metals everywhere. One of the bodyguards kind of one of the guards kind of eyes you from the front of the temple. But as you guys stand about uh, block down the street, it seems that most of the people or the guards are kind of leaving you be.
All right. So, Ham, when you investigate the place, how many guards or you think are inside or that we might run into?
I guess I'll ask, how many people did I see that were actually part of the church? Because I believe you told me like all of them are combatants one way or another.
Yeah, from your check prior, I'd say about a 20 or 30 roughly is what you would expect it to be.
20, 30, maybe more.
In their capabilities?
Uh, hmm. Only really got Heldrins, who seem to be a middle ground for them. They could probably go punch for punch with me, maybe.
Most of them, from what you could tell, were mostly martial fighters. I will give you that. You did not see any sense of like staves or wands or anything in the group.
Yeah. Pretty strong, but all physical.
Mm-hmm. You know of any back doors or is this like front entrance only sort of thing?
You didn't see. You didn't get to. I was gonna say you didn't investigate the back.
I would say
So.
I didn't. No, I didn't check
Yeah.
for those. I walked in as like a pilgrim.
Gotcha. Hmm. Well, any thoughts on how we do this? Just bum rush it or you think anything else? I'm gonna start rummaging through my bag to see if I have anything that'll help.
He pulls in his bag, takes his backpack, sets it in front of him, just starts digging through things. A couple of guards kind of watch you from the angle, but seem to pass by you, not really noticing you guys aren't really up to anything.
Were some of them monks
Yes.
among the physical?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I put
assumedly yes, because of the fact they had gauntlets or like looked like they weren't armed. Mm-hmm.
like to walk up to? Are either of these guards monks? If I look at them.
Looking them up and down, one seems to have two like tomahawk axes on his hips. The other one looks to have a great sword on his back.
Hmm. I'll talk to Greatsword guy as I walk up. I'll leave the body of Cabbage behind. We're not going to the lich. I don't really need it.
Yeah, kind of shoving it into an alley and kind of pushing it behind
Yeah, I
a
can-
block, like some furniture that's been left out there.
Is this weekend at Bernie's type shit? What are we doing here?
He's leaving and they're gonna come back for him. Don't worry.
Well, I was gonna return it to the lich later, but
For now, it's better Lich find him out here rather than being carried into a active combat zone. A lot less questions.
I'll walk up to Greatsword guy, hand into fist, like the little monk stance.
Mm-hmm.
Not to fight, but
Yeah.
it's greeting. Friend, I am here on a pilgrimage to challenge all kinds of monks. I have heard some make this their home.
And you saying this in common?
Yeah.
Okay. He kind of looks at you and then looks at the other guard and then looks at you again and goes in Dwarvish. The hell are you saying?
Nice.
Why does no one speak common? These fucking weirdos. I look at Rollman.
Did I hear this conversation as I was
Yeah. Similarly,
focused on that?
I assume you'd be kind of like standing
Okay.
a little bit further back, but yeah, you're
Sure,
within
yeah.
your shot.
He says, and I'll repeat what he said.
Kind of
In
looks at
Dwarvish.
you for a second and kind of looks back at Ham and then looks back at you and goes, "Why doesn't he just say that?"
He doesn't know the common, or sorry, he doesn't know Dwarvish.
He's in the Dwarven lands and he doesn't know Dwarvish. As he just kind of eyes Ham up and down.
Are you gonna answer this question though?
Do I look like a fucking messenger to you? My job is
Yeah.
to stand here and look intimidating as a guard. I don't carry
Oh, okay.
messages. You want to find out? Go in.
Sick.
Okay, I tell him, hey, he's not gonna. He doesn't want to be a messenger.
Is he gonna stop me if I go
He's
in?
paid. I mean, he didn't say he would, but I assume he will because he's supposed to look there and be intimidating. But he might could try.
He just told you go ahead and go in. Rollman.
That's also true. So you're saying we can go in? There's no issue.
He looks at you and goes, "Oh my god, you're one of the stupid elves, aren't you? Oh, Jesus. Yes! Entre! Por favor!"
No, yeah, he did not say you could go in.
As he, points to the door.
Yeah, he wants us to enter, which that makes me think it's a trap.
I run in.
Okay. You start to,
I'm off to find a monk.
jog the other one. The older dwarf with the tomahawk axes on his hips kind of puts his arm out and almost immediately stops you, Ham. Give me a reflex save.
Oh man, I
Close
wonder.
line.
Oh, actually, I might be able to beat you, depending on what your reflex is.
Dude, I'm a monk.
Flip.
I know.
I don't know what you're looking at.
We'll flip.
I should do a flip. I'm not going to. 29.
29. You beat me by 1. Alright, cool. As you manage to just barely get out of his hand as his hand grabs hold of your shirt, just for enough to give a light tug, but not enough to stop you as his hand lets go. As you kind of look... Oh, go ahead.
I don't have a shirt on.
Oh, sorry. Your robe,
I'm naked.
your monk robes. My apologies.
No, nope. Those got burned.
Oh,
up.
that's your... Oh, you're wearing your fur. You're not wearing your... You didn't put on your monk
Yeah,
robes.
He's
you-
not wearing anything.
My clothes that were on the other guy got destroyed, and I took off the
Oh,
the
that's
acrobat outfit.
right. I forgot about that. So you're just naked, a corgi, walking around. Okay.
Yeah.
As he
Just a furry.
grabs a hold of your a handful of your fur, just for a moment, enough to tug to catch your attention. As you look back, he shakes his head no, and with his other hand symbols like running.
Oh. I'll start walking.
Completely hands back and goes back to standing in attention.
Okay.
Let's roll him in pass.
Cool.
No running in the temple. That's
no
fair.
running in the temple. Yes.
No running allowed.
There are
I'm gonna show.
peasants.
He probably thinks my walk speed is running at 60 feet.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna do something for you here, Ham, and hopefully this will be helpful. Once we're past the guards, what do we see? Would we have a moment to ourselves without being watched?
Yeah.
se.
I mean, when you walk in, you do see a couple of pews about 30 feet in front of you where a couple peasants seem to be like heavily in prayer on their knees, saying something. But For about 30 or so feet, there's no one standing there. Just a couple of pillars off to the sides, with some depictions of Eider in different positions, killing either a dragon or a giant.
Okay. I will pull out my big boy sword, and as I've never really done this before, so maybe this will be a nice surprise. I will activate the Earth gem inside it and create a copy of me that is an Earth Elemental.
You do this, you kind of Ham, as you're looking down, you can see at the top of the, or at the front of the church, there is a priest giving a sermon right now that in Dwarvish, and is
Well, you
kind
said
of
no one was
looking in
watching
your
us. What the
direction.
hell?
No,
You
he's
should have
not. He's
just you
not
just said
watching
it's
you. You're
peasants.
just walking in here, but there is a priest like giving a full sermon and wasn't
Okay.
paying attention until you started casting magic in his church.
Well, you didn't say there was a priest.
Well, yes, because of course he's up at the top. You can't see him from where you're at. He's just seemingly speaking to
Okay.
a sermon. So,
Well, if I can't see him, then he can't see me.
well, that's a good way to put it. But as the sermon kind of continues, but kind of quiets for a moment, as you cast this, you see as two guards seem to suddenly almost materialize behind pillars to either side of you, about 10 feet around Rollman and Ham, as they kind of come out of the pillars almost and seem to look at you. One armed completely in full plate with heavy looking metal gauntlets that have spikes on them. The other carrying what looks to be two tower shields while wearing light armor made of what looks to be this blackened burnt leather. The one with the two tower shields seems to kind of walk over, and he gets bigger with every step, finally towering over about 9 feet tall as he looks down at you, Rollman, as he gets up to your clone, not realizing that there's two. This is not you, and goes,
Mhm.
"I get your twins, but you can't use magic in here, sir." As he completely talks to the Earth Elemental statue, or clone rather.
Can they talk? I don't know if they
They
can talk.
cannot. It's just able. It's basically like a rune knight thing. You can basically make an echo of yourself, or echo knight. Sorry.
Well, it's a summon. This is like the spell summon
Oh,
elemental.
it does
Basically,
sell.
it's just a copy of me.
But they only speak Terran, so this
Really?
creature would not know.
Good old Terran.
Yeah. I mean, I will speak and say sorry. My twinny doesn't understand.
Looks over at you and goes, "Oh, you're dumb. I understand. Where's your handler by chance? Does he work for the church?"
Nope. I am a free man, just here to listen to the sermon.
He looks you up and down. His like half snowbeardish appearance kind of catching your attention as he looks at you and looks over at Ham and then goes, "You need to put some clothes on your beast folk. And as far as it goes, while you're looking around, keep your sword sheathed. We're not allowed to have your weapons out. It scares the peasantry."
Sure thing.
And he looks in back, gives you a
I
light
will
bow.
sheathe my sword.
As you do, the elemental does the same. But as this happens, the guard kind of gives a slight bow and nods and goes, "I appreciate you being understanding. You have a good day here, sir." As he turns and goes, him and the other continues back to the pillar and seem to walk into it, vanishing.
No, let's go challenge that one.
All right, Ham. Do you want to go guns blazing and I'll be sneaky? I'm pretty sure this is a trap, so I wanted to send my Earth Elemental here with you.
I can do a good distraction if I find a monk to challenge.
I tell the Elemental, listen to Ham.
All right, we're on a look for a monk.
As you two
And I will
start
go
walking, yeah.
sit down towards the front if possible.
Okay. Yeah, as you go to sit down towards one of the front pews, as you look up, Ham, where are you going with the elemental? Are you just gonna go and look for like a side passage and see if you can find a monk somewhere in this place?
Yeah, I'm just looking for a monk to duel with, man.
Okay, give me a search check.
Not good at search, really good at spot.
Okay, I'll take spot. Yeah, I'll take spot as well.
Oh, sick. I'm so much. It's like a plus 18 to a plus 2.
Understandable.
30.
30. Okay. Yeah, as you kind of look around the area, you find yourself following the the church along the left wall until you come across a door that opens up into a beautiful garden where you see a bunch of people kind of milling about, walking and talking as they are. As the water fountain kind of glistens in the center of the garden, the trees themselves seem to move and sway. A couple of faces carved onto the trees that kind of look towards you. Some of the monks seem to look towards your direction as immediately as you walk through the doors, eyeing you up and down. A few of them look to be carrying no weapons and just wearing what you'd more attribute to monk robes. However, as you count, there's about 7 individuals, 3 of which are carrying what look to be like short swords on their hips.
Oh, I ignore those ones.
I imagine. But as
They're
you
not.
kind of walk around looking at, you do see a snowbeard with a blonde, almost golden beard kind of look at you. Gives a slight smile as he does, and as he looks you up and down, goes and speaks in common or primitive, and goes, "Sir, do you have pants?"
Someone burned my clothes like an hour ago.
Oh, please come with me, come with me. As he starts to like take your hand and starts to walk you towards one of the other buildings across the gardens.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
As he takes you over to one of the rooms, kind of walking in, you see a bunch of bunks kind of laying about. That some that are cleaner and taken care of, some that have what look to be priests and monks themselves, kind of reading inside their bunks, kind of laying about. But as he walks you over towards what looks to be a very neatly put together bed that looks to have not been touched, a fresh trunk opens up, dust kind of spewing everywhere, and you see monk robes, freshly pressed linen, and looks all right there, boots and everything. As he takes a second, looks at you, and goes, "You should be about the same size as brother Luigi. Feel free. He's unfortunately no longer with us."
Luigi.
No, I don't take the pants, but I do. I don't take the boots, but I take the
Damn.
pants.
Okay.
Shirt.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I was gonna say, yeah, the boots. Like, I can't wear them.
The pants
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
billowy on you. The shirt's a little bit more tighter than you'd are comfortable with, but it's not terrible. Like it does fit. So
Yeah.
as he,
Once I'm comfortable, I'm just like better. Okay, and I'll look back at the monk.
Mhm.
I apologize, but I am here on business.
he nods and goes, "What business may I help you with, my son?"
I am here to challenge the monks of this establishment, as I am sorry, but your church as a whole has, as far as I am aware, dishonored me.
He nods at that and goes, "I understand you might have strong opinions about our beliefs, but understand that
Uh,
open challenges can only be given to the leader of our church, and he's only accepting tomorrow, actually. It'll be the first of, or the last of the month for the challenges. Today is a day of rest for the warriors. Recently just came back from protecting a strong, or a difficult situation with some dragons."
that is understandable. The dishonor is not from your beliefs. It is from your actions.
He shrugs and goes, "I'm sorry, but I cannot help you. If you choose to start a scuffle, the people will be called in. The sentient armor will be activated, and it will be forced to chain you and put you in our dungeons, which you won't survive from. I am afraid." So he kind of looks you up and down.
Did not realize monk orders were afraid of challenges nowadays. This puts an issue in my plans.
We are not all monks.
Yes, indeed. And I'm not here to bother those that are not monks.
Well, I appreciate your honor, and I hope you understand that today is an unfortunate day. However, I will, as a kindness, pencil you in as the first challenger for tomorrow morning. If you would like to be here as soon as the taverns open and the crows begin crowing, I would be happy to set you up with a challenge and for your honor and to prove your strength over our church. However, I should warn, if you do lose, you will be required to join us, as is the case with every member that fails.
Of course.
He nods. I appreciate your respect. You may come with me. I'll show you to the books. You may sign your name and see the pact sealed and guarantee that no matter what, that fight has to happen.
Okay.
As he starts to lead you out of the barracks and then towards across the courtyard once more, down a pathway and vanishing kind of out of sight towards a old building in the back of the church that seems to be a bit more crumbled. Looks more like an office as you kind of notice it from the distance, Ham.
I do want to ask about monk duel etiquette
Okay.
for most organizations.
Yeah.
Would it be? Would it be no magic items? It's just a
So it depends on the
Ham.
monk.
Yeah.
Because tattooed monks don't believe that because tattoos. But beyond that, most
Yeah.
monks will try to avoid in an honorable duel using magic items if they can help it because of the fact, unless it's basically professed ahead of time. So, um, but they're not gonna just suddenly like pull out like a fireball necklace and shoot you with a fireball. That'd look bad on them if they killed you.
Yeah, I'm gonna clear that with the guy as we're walking on how his church does it.
Okay. You kind of ask. He smiles and goes, "Ah, well, since you're the challenger, you're naming the terms. So you'll list what terms you want. If no magic items is the request, then that will be what's required. If you allow for them, we ask that you set a level of sorts, so that way we know what we're dealing with, because some of our members are more advanced. Um, and then, should you lose, you of course will join our order. Should of course the member request it, there is a chance he may not if you show poorly. Otherwise, if you do not, then he may request either, depending on if it's so bad, he may request your death. But I assume you're capable enough if you are willing to challenge. Otherwise, he may ask that you lose a lock of your hair. It could be giving up something that is precious to you. It kind of varies depending on the individual that challenges. Same goes for what you list as your terms, as what you would request of them should they lose.
Mm. And I will request no magic items. And if they request an item, I will put a warning. Other people cannot take my gauntlets, or bad things will happen. Not things I will do, but to both of us.
I doubt we will seek out any of your common magical materials. More or less, the monks here typically look for more of a humiliating thing. Being shaved may be more of a common expectation by one of them.
Mm. Understandable.
He smiles and goes, "But I digress. And let me just show you in here." As he takes you into the room, and as you walk into what is basically a large office filled with monks doing paperwork and keeping journal entries and banking entries.
Oh my god.
As we jump
First
right.
bureaucratic monk order.
It's hey man, you can't. It's not all drinking. You gotta also do the paperwork. As we jump over to Rollman, as you're sitting in the pew listening to the sermon seems to be light, speaking about dwarven superiority, how giants and dragons are full of themselves, that the old races didn't fight the demons that they did, usual stuff.
Mhm.
Is there anything you'd like to do while you're kind of listening to the sermon?
I'll take a look around. Are these commoners that are next to me and stuff, are they real commoners for my, like, looking at them, or are they, like, could be planted guards that are, mate?
Give me a professional mercenary.
Set up as a trap. Profession mercenary. So looking out for any chance of a distraction from our good friend Ham.
Yeah, okay. Alright, go ahead and roll. And I'm gonna grab something real quick while you roll.
Okay. Hiya. 14.
14. From what you can tell, they don't look like they're all evil villains.
Okay.
As you look them over,
That's good to know, I guess.
they don't even look to be level 1, from what you can tell. These
Okay.
are commoners, peasants, farmers, a couple of guild leaders. Not like actually like guilds as in like adventuring guilds, but more like merchant guilds or trade guilds. Nothing, no one of any significance as you look them up and down. The priest you do recognize, is roughly with that roll around your capability from what you'd gather. He definitely is walking around like he's carrying something on his hip. You'd guess a weapon with the way he sways slightly. And when he kind of looks at you, he seems to have a glimmer in his eyes that you recognize, similar to what you've seen with other mercenaries of experience. There's almost a deadness behind them, like a 1,000-yard stare. Guesstimation is the followers here don't seem to be much to worry about. It's definitely those who are in the order.
Interesting. Okay, at an opportune time, where like there's religious significance, I will pour the diamond decanter myself, which gives me a little bit of DR. And I'm going to explain it away if someone asks. That it's just like my own religious belief.
As you kind of pour a little bit in your hand, start kind of like massaging it into the parts of your body that are
Hmm.
slightly shown, and then getting some of it on your armor and such. Okay. As you kind of start doing this, just slowly, not trying to make any show any signs that you're like doing anything
Hmm.
suspicious, just like it's a normal day thing to do. As you listen
Yes.
to the sermon. Okay. As the sermon continues on, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm not really. I guess I also look at the pillars. Those guards appear from pillars. How many pillars are there
In
in
this
this
room
main room?
specifically, two,
Mash.
6, 7, 8. 16 pillars in total.
Hmm.
Sitting at the front, there are two to either side of you. They're within, well, one's within 5 feet of you on one side. The other's on basically the opposite side of the church, which is about 20 or 30 feet away from you, roughly. And then on the other side, there's also about a staircase that has a pillar going up that you assume they'd be able to come through too.
Is the
But
staircase going up through one of the pillars?
yes, it also has a pillar that's going through the center of it. That's what I'm saying. It's one of the 16
Okay.
though.
I see.
Mhm.
And that's not where Ham went. Ham went like down a
No,
side door or something.
Ham went to the left out through a side door into the
Okay.
corridor of the church, like courtyard of the church rather.
Okay. Yeah. I will wait a little bit
Okay. As you
for
kind
something
of
to happen.
wait and continue waiting, Ham filling out his paperwork. We cut back to James again as Keldrin looks at James sitting there and goes, "Well, with that information, what's your question?"
That's a difficult one, given that I have quite a few more than just one, although none of them quite big.
Well, we never have the time to ask all the questions we wish.
Very true. There's also the problem of which one to ask that will matter after if I survive this ordeal.
He nods.
Ah, the simplest will probably be the best way. Why?
Why what? You need to clarify. I'm not answering a general. I could answer the why of why I took the name Red Hook. I could answer the why of why I'm wearing pajama pants. As he looks down at his billowing leather bloomers.
No, 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 no. Why side with who you have?
Who do you think I've sided with?
It's obviously not your own kin.
True. What do you know of our kin? As he kind of stands.
All snowbeards are obstinate, stubborn, but I think some of them have some good in them. Nobility is, and this is coming from me, utterly garbage, generally.
He nods. My mother was banished for being capable. We were locked away from our chance of any sort of royal treatment, noble treatment at that, even though we were far better than your own bloodline. I was exiled because I had an interest in business before I started slaving, and they couldn't accept that I'd be successful more than you. I could say it could be either of those reasons. I could point out that the treasure horns and the frostbusters coming together was another reason for why I didn't want this to happen. Why I would work for who I'm working for. There's so many reasons.
As he's going on,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to take a gander and see how much divinity how much divine magic is this man wrapped in?
Give me a wisdom check.
25?
Holy shit. He is not currently showing any signs of magic. However, there is an anti-magic or spell going on in the room.
That's fair. With that wisdom check, might I ask one other thing?
Feel free. Yeah, I'll check it.
Would he fit the criteria Meadmancer set?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because the rule wasn't that I had to deliver the person. I just had to find them.
Remind me, as it's been a minute, remind me what his requirement was? Because I don't recall.
Someone whose destiny was greater than or equal to my own.
Oh, shit. Give me a minute.
With what he just said, does he fulfill that? By his own belief at the very least.
It's not his belief necessarily, but um, let me. You know what? Give me a D20. Look,
You didn't expect this one.
No, I did not actually.
Nine.
I can admit that. Ooh, you really caught me off guard. 9. Okay. Um. Currently, it would be a 50-50 as your bet, James. Given what has been going on, and given what the world has kind of set up for what you are expecting of your current trajectory, kind of again, while James's player may not be the intellectual that James is, James is a smart enough merchant to see the pathways that are slowly coming into fruition for himself. In that perspective, so I would say it's a 50%. This individual has the potential. You definitely can tell that much. Right now, it's hard to tell if their pathway will lead them that way. So you're not fully confident, but you're not unconfident either.
My own destiny is currently an enigma. He
Correct.
just wanted somebody who is equal or greater than my original.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, this man meets the qualifications.
Okay. Let me think.
And Meadmancer said when I found him, he'd know. Or I'd have to try to let him know, so mentally reaching out and letting him know, hey, I might have found what you've been looking for.
Kind of takes a second and kind of looks at you for a moment and thinks. Or give me a minute. As you think about this, you kind of threw me for a minute. I have to really think. We're gonna take a quick 5 minute. I need a 5 minute to think about this. I really do, because this is really, really smart to do. But I didn't. I don't have an answer. So give me a minute.
You'd never expect me to make the smart move.
All right, now we return back to a live session. Thank you all for those who watched at home. I know it was only a second for you all. It was a minute for us, but we return back. So the first thing we realized is, or as you were talking about that, James, about the deal, I had to take a second to think. And what I've come to the conclusion based on what you rolled, yes. Yes, he does. Technically, James, he has achieved enough things that he officially would count towards being almost like accomplishing almost as much as you potentially will. And as you kind of think about it, with his grand future, looking at what he's achieved, yeah, you realize, yes, this is the perfect candidate. What would you like to do?
Inform Meadmancer his candidate's right in front of me and he's ready for and he can pick him up.
How are you going to inform me, Metzer?
Well, Meadmancer said he'd know when I knew,
Uh-huh.
if I'm remembering correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And now I know. So I'm expecting either a ship to burst through the ceiling or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
or, a warp, or some sort of form of circumvention on this anti-magic to have him suddenly poof away.
Mm-hmm.
In the
So,
past, has the mention of Beanmancer brought about his arrival?
No.
Okay,
no.
I was just checking.
Sorry, excuse me. So what are you thinking of? How are you thinking of reaching out to him?
Well, he's connected to the eye
Yeah.
and my arm. May as well
Mm-hmm.
just think. I'll just be thinking, well, found the person Meadmancer would really like at this point.
Roll me a
It would
wisdom
fit.
check. Or sorry, will save, James.
Double check this. Just because it's been so long since I've had to roll a will save.
Because I'm not looking at my screen.
That's a nat
Well-
1 for a 15.
Oh, that's
James
okay.
is distracted.
Yeah, just a little bit. James, as you feel your eye, here, I'm trying to get my Wi-Fi on something fixed because one of my new devices is breaking and I need to pull up something from Meadmaster on that sheet. So give me a moment. You got me thrown here. Alright.
I tried to be creative with everything I could remember and had notes of, so.
No, it was smart. It was smart. I just didn't think of it at the time. What?
I figured if I can make 2 problems cancel each other out, smartest way to do it is get it done.
Yeah, as you manage to kind of say this, you feel your mind begin to shift. And as it does, you feel your body or your vision begin to blur. Um, and sorry, I'm trying to get this damn password right that I have. Do you know? You ever forget the fucking Wi-Fi password, gentlemen? This is
Yes. Or mistype it in by one thing that you thought you had right, and then you go type it back in the exact same way you thought you did, and
Yep.
it works.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here, one sec.
Ugh.
Need to figure out how to run this thing again. I fully apologize about the mismanagement, boys, on my side.
I threw you for a loop and brought up something that you entirely forgot about. I am sorry.
You did. I did not expect.
I was
to
digging
get
through my notes while they
surprised.
were while Rollman and Ham were doing things, trying to find a way to save my own ass.
Hey, it works. I was not expecting this to be what you guys came up with. I won't lie.
No, the original plan was send the Lich in, deal with it that way, or watch them bum rush. You said I was gonna die, so I was like, you know what? May as well try and fulfill at least one more contract.
Yeah, as your vision goes blurry, there something seems to happen. Sec. I need to figure out this. My Wi-Fi is pissing me off. Something finished tonight.
If I get any
You
words
can
left to
use
say to Red
data.
Hook
Huh?
when he goes, it's gonna be enjoy your new destiny, friend.
Right.
You can
No,
like hotspot your phone if you need to, probably.
I probably can, but I'd rather not. Not kill my cost.
Because I know my eye is connected to both my divinity and my demon bloodline. My demon bloodline comes from him.
Mm-hmm.
Pure chain of thought.
No, I gotcha. No, I don't want that. How the fuck? God damn it. Oh. Here, let me see something. QR code's gonna do this thing. 1 minute. As
We just need a sign with Domnander holding that says
dude,
technical difficulties,
really at this point, I didn't expect it.
or something with Eider hammering away at something. James and Eider hammering something.
No, yeah, like
Okay.
that would be grand because it's pulling up here. I think. As you though as you feel your eye kind of go blank for a moment, your vision vanishing as it does, something seems to happen, and we're gonna pop over to you in a minute. Did it work? Yeah, cool.
It's fine. I'll mute
As
up. Have fun, guys.
James's eye completely
Dead.
just dulls and your vision goes blank. Roll 'em in.
Yes.
As you're sitting there, kind of oiling yourself up, you suddenly feel the entire ground of the church begin to shake.
Oh,
A
I don't think Ham's doing
loud,
that.
loud scuffle seems to begin as one of the back rooms seems. You see one of the doors kind of behind where the priest is standing thump open physically, like as if someone just slammed into it. And then more suddenly, some loud shrieking, almost as if a shrill woman's scream of panic. And almost as you start to hear the cry of a baby as the ground rumbles and seems like something thudded or slammed into it, as something's happening behind the door. Priest has gone silent. The entirety of the flock are all watching towards the door. The priest looks concerned as he watches.
This is my moment now.
All
What
right.
do I charge head towards it, or do I go this side door that Ham went down?
That's a good question.
Fuck it. I'm going for that door.
Oh, fuck, it's the best attitude to have in D&D. All right. As you head, so
Oh
you're,
fuck!
as you
Is this
rush up
attitude
to
that
the
got me into
door,
this situation?
you feel the door. It's like pushing on it. Something's on the other side, keeping this thing shut. It is heavy rolling as you try to lean up against it. A couple of smashes with your shoulder. It doesn't seem to naturally budge.
Does this door seem magical?
By the looks of it, you don't see any runes. It's just a wooden door with a bronze bracer in the center of it. That's slightly
Cool. I'm gonna
cracked.
chop off the hinges.
Alright. Well, the hinges I will say are on the inside, so you're looking at the
Okay,
outside.
I will destroy the parts where the hinges would be.
Okay,
You're
that's what
pushing on a
attacking.
pull door, Rollman.
Yeah, as you kind of shove your sword into where those areas are, trying to find to detach it. All right. Give me an attack, let's say, and then let's do a luck check just to see if you can manage to hit the hinges proper.
You want me to do a what after that? Sorry.
A d20, just a luck check,
Okay.
because doors don't do cold shots, sadly.
They do have like DR, I believe,
They do.
or like materials do.
They have it. Yeah, they have a DR. They have
3.
HP 3. All right, and that's your to hit, or is that your luck?
No, 32 is my
32 is
hit.
to hit. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, 3. Wow. Okay.
I don't think I
let
can
yourself
roll a
go.
3 with anything ever
Yeah,
for a hit.
as you slam into this thing with your sword, slicing into it, you feel the doorway about to give as it cracks. The hinges seemingly smashing as your blade goes in. Roll me damage, please.
Wait.
You can if we curse you enough. That's true. Turn you
That's
into a
true.
dog again. Remove
Let's
your arm.
see.
A one-legged dog in the ass-kicking contest.
Hey man, it can still whoop your ass.
Hey,
too,
I already
might
did
as well.
that.
It's true.
31 points of damage.
31 points of damage. As you slice into the door, you look on the other side, and we will come back to you in a moment, Roland. As the door sputters
Okay.
apart. Ham, we rewind the clock
Yep.
for a moment as we look back on you as you stand in the
Paperwork.
monk's office, filling out a stack of over 100 documents that you are having to sign one by one for every dueling clause there is. And
This one states you will not directly aim for their testicles.
no, it's more along the lines of like specifics about like if an earthquake happens, you are to do this and follow this, and you agree to do this, and if this happens on top of an earthquake, but if this also happens, it's just a bunch of nonsense that really does not matter. And Ham has never seen this amount of paperwork.
In the
for a
essence
duel.
of a dragon attack during the duel, you must both parties
I
will
am
agree to reconvene at a later date.
fully
Mhm.
willing to bet if Mead Mancer hits before I'm even halfway through, Ham's just going to see what's happening and not finish the paperwork.
Because Ham, as you
It's
are
hard
about,
to write with your hands.
yeah, as you're like 50 pages in of just like basically at this point inking your paw and just like pushing your paper into the
There you go.
signature.
That's a good signature.
You feel the ground rumble as if something from below the ground has just awoken and is rising up. The entirety of the dirt or the area of the gardens around you seem to be shifting. Plants falling over, trees coming out of root. You feel as it suddenly stops. The sounds of screaming kind of mellowed, but on the still even from here you can hear them through multiple layers of thick stone walls. The thudding suddenly that comes back, making the ground rumble once more, as it seems to continue, and then mad cackling as it seems to quiet down. What would you like to do?
Ham has an epiphany, and he's like sitting there with the monks. He gets out loud. He goes, "That's why you have an earthquake clause. It's common here."
See, no, the monk fully thinks it is, and just nods along. Goes, yes, yes, fill that out as he's filling out his own paperwork.
Although, why are people screaming?
and looks up from the paperwork and smiles and goes, "What?" And he looks at one of the the gemstone windows and glimmers and sees one of the monks running by with his hair on fire
You
and
know,
goes,
I
"Oh."
forget most people don't have null hearing. Yeah, I think I hear death in the main part of the church.
He looks at you and kind of gets up and goes, "The paperwork for later. Let's go. We need to see what this is." And as you starts rushing up, "Where's your compatriot?" As he looks for the Earth
I'll rush
Elemental.
up. You should just be in the main church.
Nods and goes as the Earth Elemental kind of meets you at the front of the front gate or front door of this like building.
How fast is this guy, this monk?
He seems to be keeping up with you.
Okay, then I go full sprint.
He seems to match your speed, rushing off as the Rolaman Earth Elemental tries to keep up, but does not make
Oh
it
yeah, it's
nearly
not
as
very
fast.
fast.
As it
What's
rushes
the nominal
forward,
speed?
doing what
Oh,
it can.
it's 20 feet movement speed.
Yeah. As it rushes forward, Ham, you see come through the doorway as you see Roland breaking down the doorway. On Roland's eyes growing wide as he seems to see something that looks surprisingly shocking. Roland, as you look through, you see James standing there with Meadmancer holding a dagger to his throat and a dagger to another individual that seemed to be cloaked in black leather's throat. His eyes kind of going, looking both directions almost simultaneously, and an evil grin on his face as his pirate captain attire seems to kind of billow in the wind that you caused.
Well, that's unfortunate. James, are you okay?
You aren't gagged,
Conscious?
James. You are conscious, James. As your eyes starts to suddenly come, come to clear, and you see Meadmancer just standing there.
I'm not gonna look surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just look at Roland, give a nod, and say, "Guard the door."
Roland looks down at the destroyed
Okay.
door that's just pieces of timber on the ground.
I
You gonna give him a
turned to
thumbs up?
face the priest.
Okay, you turn, blade out, ready just in case. You see Ham just kind of jogging over towards you.
The priest doing anything, or he's just
The
standing there
priest
shocked?
is standing there, shocked, wondering what the hell is happening. He has no idea. It seems not drawing his weapon, just standing there. The Meadmancer kind of looks between the two of you. Keldrin still not speaking as he just kind of waits the knife at his throat as he stands.
I look at Meadmancer, and then I look at Keldrin and nod.
Meadmancer kind of looks at you, James, and looks at Keldrin and looks back at you and goes, "You will have some brass calling me here, young James. Especially with an Ijin item. You won't do that ever again." As he nicks your cheek for 5 points of damage. Well, actually, sorry, I should say, does a 60 hit your AC?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Is this magic damage though?
This is.
You're not wearing your armor, I
Okay.
don't think.
You aren't wearing armor.
Either.
No. This was for something else. This is effect of the eye.
Oh.
If I get hit with non-magic damage, I am going to. It does rebound to half of it.
James, you're also starting to feel the tiredness of the lack of alcohol. As a heads up, by the way.
Oh, I'm not in my armor, so the
Oh,
armor's
that's right.
effect
Never
won't-
mind. Ignore that. Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that goes a two-way street. I can't screw with you with your own items now. As you look at him, though, Meadmancer kind of looks over at Keldrin and then looks back at you again and goes, "Are you sure?"
I said I'd deliver.
And puts the dagger away, wiping your blood off on the sheath for a minute, and then quickly sheathing it. He looks at Keldrin. Keldrin's eyes still just straight, very calm, looking at him. And Meadmancer looks him up and down and goes, "Well, I can't take this one. He's already sworn to someone else. However," and he drags his knife slowly across Keldrin's throat as Keldrin looks on in shock and fear and surprise as fountains of blood start squirting out, turning blackened just at the touch of the blade. The blade seemingly growing longer as the blood kind of incorporates itself into it and then kind of seems to wipe it off and then sheath it away as he looks back at you and goes, "I don't like my time being wasted. He was already sworn to a being that was a rival to me. But, as I got to kill and irritate their champion, I'll consider this an exchange for today that'll let you live. Our deal, our bargain, is still on. So he looks at you, James, and you feel your mind go woozy again. Give me another will save.
Uh, question: is this a spell effect?
No. This is supernatural effect.
Oh, okay. Only asking because I know that affects my saves.
Yeah, it's a supernatural ability specifically. Well, good news, you don't lose consciousness. Bad news, your eyes close for a moment, and as soon as they reopen, Needmancer is gone, and Keldrin's corpse is also gone.
I shrug. I look at Rulaman. Can you come untie me now? And I need to get dressed and
Is
get my
the
things
priest
back.
good doing anything? The
Priest is
boss
kind of just
died.
eyeing you up and down as Ham walks up to you, the other monk with him. And as he sees the other
So-
monk with Ham, he just kind of seems to calm and slowly turn back and starts like speaking to the flock as if to get them to like go back to what he was going on to. Go ahead, Ham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ham's with this monk, and Ham's like, well, as horrifying as this is to look at, I no longer have a reason to challenge your group. So
He looks at you and goes, "Well, great. Now I have to fill out the paperwork for the cancellation. Fantastic. All right." And he pulls out a form and he goes, "I need you to sign this one form approving me to go do the cancellation."
gonna read it.
It literally reads, and it goes, "In the case of a cancellation of a duel, no honor is lost between both parties. However, at request, the challenger must accept that they cannot challenge again the same temple or a monk order for the next year before they can come back, basically." And then
Yeah.
just at the bottom says the signature.
As I go to get ready, I assume, as far as Ham's were, this church is new enough that it's not one of my requirements for a style I need.
I mean, it's not an actual fighting or like guild or order. These are just adventurers who have gathered together, from what you can tell, that just all come from different directions of life. So
Then yeah,
these aren't
then
your
yeah,
challengers, really. These are your letdowns.
Yeah. I'll sign it because the year thing, Ham's like, I'm probably never gonna challenge this group again. So
Kind of
that's
quickly
fine.
sign it. He looks at it and goes, "Are you sure I can't make you reconsider? The paperwork's halfway done."
Well, the challenge was only because one of your leaders kidnapped my boss, but that guy's dead. So I'm sorry.
He sighs and goes, "He's not even the leader of this church, and he's already causing me more paperwork than the leader is." As he turns and walks away grumpily with the paper, reading it over.
Nope.
As James,
I will watch
slow-
the priest and go and untie James.
As you kind
Say,
of
I'll-
watching. Go ahead.
I'll stand in the doorway. Like I'll take Roman's spot.
Yeah, Roman kind of like watches, backs away in the room slowly, and then like pops his head out one last time just to see if the priest's turn to do anything. Priest still like going on about something else, trying to get the flock completely to not pay attention to the guy behind the curtain. As you kind of
Yes.
go over to James and start assume untying him.
Did I know about this deal you made with the Needmancer?
No,
I don't know if
None
there's
of you
any
did.
thing.
I don't think you were
Oh,
there
okay.
that day. Yeah.
So, like, what was that, James? That just happened there?
Something grandsire left me.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I got you out of
I'll
that.
Give me a
explain.
use magic device, Roman, to take his cuffs off,
Oh, okay.
because these are high end like magic casting preventing cuffs.
We're keeping these.
James just sees you working at him, playing with him.
Free.
As Roman clicks something, James, you feel our arm tighten up higher onto your back.
Wrong button.
And
Wrong
you-
button.
At
There's
that
only
point,
one
James really realizes he does want these, just not on him. As you,
God, these will be
I'll try
fucking useful
again.
against
Yeah,
somebody.
go ahead, Roman, try again.
Free.
Dude.
As the other arm kind of tightens up, and now they're like halfway up, and James is like at full attention as if he's a soldier in the most painful way possible. Your triceps are
sorry,
burning,
James.
James.
I'm gonna
This is
break
one
them.
hell of a workout. Oh my god.
James, this is
I
the only
will
time you're
attack it
happy
with
you
my
don't have
sword.
armor on, because man, that would have clinked badly. As you, oh, go ahead,
Yeah.
Roman. Sorry.
I'm hitting with my sword now. I'm done pushing
What?
buttons.
Okay, let's make an attack.
Stop!
on
Stop! Stop! That's on me. You.
Yeah, let's see if
Well,
you hit
I'm.
James.
Do you trust me, James?
As Roman stops halfway through the swing.
Let's just gather my gear. Take everything in the room.
Where's your gear?
As I look around behind.
Looking in the chest as you kind of like lightly kick one and it opens. There's nothing in it. Kick the other. It's like lightly has a lock in it. As you kick it a few more times, lock pops off,
Mm-hmm.
and as the chest opens up, there's nothing in there.
Oh, cool.
Because you said my armor and stuff were in here. So
No, I did not. I said your armor and stuff was nowhere to be seen.
Oh.
You weren't wearing it. Yeah. So
Oh,
Well,
shit.
we can loot the whole place and find out.
Well, let's bring that
Is
bureaucrat
it
back.
ham sniffing time?
his hand looks over his shoulder at you.
Sure.
If you can find my things, find them.
All right.
Give me a survival check,
Start
Ham. Let's see what you
sniffing
got.
dirt. Yeah. Can't believe I've become a tracking dog. I think it's a 21, so 9?
You did become a
Yeah.
tracking dog.
Yeah, 21.
21. Okay. As you manage to kind of go walking over to James and kind of sniffing around him, there isn't another trail that catches your nose in this room. You kind of follow out into the church. There's no scent in there either. The only place that you smell James is literally in that room where James is currently.
That makes sense since James is there.
I mean, that means the gear's somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, you want me to try and get these cuffs off you again, James,
Go
or am I gonna
ahead.
break them?
We're gonna find my things before we leave, because I swear to God, I'm not leaving them.
As James turns back around like a prisoner assuming the position to the guards and he, like points out his cuffs towards you again.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Let's
cut them
go.
now.
Oh, what? We're not doing the use magic device? Okay. Say, if you
I
want
assume I can purchase these cuffs at
if you want
some
to roll to
point.
attack, James, you've never seen ones these complex. This is like definitely high end. This is like the Rolex of mage cuffs.
If you don't stop
Great,
me, I'm gonna
they're-
cut them.
Stop. Fuck.
Okay. What do you want me
Is
to do?
the
You want me to try
anti-magic
again?
field dead, by the way?
No. No, it is not.
I'm gonna walk out the room with them on.
Okay. As you do,
Roland, come here.
you do feel the anti-magic field is still pursuing through this entire room now.
Like even the main church room?
Yep. As the priest
Dang.
suddenly his lectern seems to stop glowing, and his
Yeah.
voice goes really high pitched from his deep, like almost
Oh wow.
serenading voice across the church.
Called out.
Oh.
And you hear
Dang.
him go, and then and he sounds almost like a perfect child as he squeaks out this as a voice pitch cracks, or cracks in a pitch. The followers seem to giggle and laugh as he continues on unknowingly.
Ham, are you good
Oh.
with magic items?
I'm okay.
Can you
So
try
you're
to
trying to
take
get his
these
cuffs
off?
off.
Sure.
It's your charisma.
Higher than yours.
Wow. That's
16. 16 use magic device. Give it a shot.
16. As you click the buttons, a couple, like some steam seems to blow out, so that seems to let the cuffs back down to their lower position, letting James kind of move his shoulders again in his tries. And after a few moments, you hear a couple of clinks, dinks, some metal scrape against metal, and then they begin to glow slightly with a greenish arcanic energy as runes seem to appear on the metal themselves. And then they let go and fall to the ground off James' hands.
I'll just pick them up.
As you pick them up, the anti-magic aura that was emanating seemingly from James seems to dissipate completely.
Cool cuffs.
Alright, now to go find my things.
Yes. I will attempt to lead us to a different room as we
Okay.
get stopped.
Where are you heading? Are you gonna go where Ham went? Or are you gonna? There is another doorway.
We're gonna go talk to the bureaucrat, or find the person who runs the place, I guess. One of the two.
Well, that one guy died.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'll
Keldrin
tell
just
you-
died.
I mean, the guy that left said Keldrin wasn't the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who's the
I don't
leader?
think he's in the bureaucracy room, though. That seemed to be a monk order thing, kind of.
We can go the other direction.
There is
You
a
two
door.
lead on. I'm
Mhm.
only got my spells right now.
All right, let's go the other way.
There is a doorway behind the lectern that's like down some stairs that you guys could fully walk over towards as you guys kind of check out. Um, Otherwise, the only other door you can see is the one that Ham kind of came through as that went out into the big courtyard.
Okay.
So,
Let's go to
um,
the unknown door.
all right, as you walk over, kind of testing the knob, it seems to open as you look in. There's some shelves with a bunch of weapons kind of placed up, magic items of like +1 to +2 value, many of them enchanted with beautiful glimmering runes and battle designs on them that seem to artistically display what they've been used for and their significance in history. There's sets of armor that seem to be kind of stood up, like glimmering as they're well polished by a couple of squires that seem to kind of be going up and down, working on some of the gear. A few wondrous items behind some glass cages. But otherwise, this looks almost like a museum or a display area for the people who come to visit, or maybe probably more high-ranking nobles and merchants who they try to impress for donations. As you kind of follow this hallway down a corridor, opening the next door, as you peer through it, it looks to be a smaller church where you see what look the actual priests from this church kind of sitting around praying on pews to what looks to be a very old snowbeard. His beard kind of almost or fully dusting the floor while he's kind of pushed up on a standstool for an overly sized lectern as he seems to be preaching something, and you can see the glimmer from what looks to be some sort of holy book that he's holding, a magical aura kind of spewing out across the entire room, causing it to glimmer with light.
Okay, we found the leader.
How far along the sermon does he seem?
Give me a knowledge religion, James.
Oh, something I'm actually good at.
Yeah, you gotta do something you're good at on occasion.
Checks. I only have a plus. Yeah, I'm the same as that. Okay. 20.
Nice. He seems to be wrapping up what he was speaking to.
All right. As I'll just nod at Rollman to lead on, because at this point I can't be in the front if even if I wanted to.
Or is there more doors?
As you look in, this looks to be the main back temple where, like, with this, it seems to have some side doors as you look through to some closets and such, but it's too hard to really tell where they'd go overall from what you can see. Otherwise, there is no other doors in this little museum room you're standing in.
I want to ask what appears to be the leader where your shit is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to get up closer though to do that, not shout it across
Oh.
the room. That seems like the height
Okay.
of rudeness.
Sure, I will lead the way closer.
All right, it's Ham taking up the back. As as Rollman kind of steps out, James behind him, the Ham, and then the Elemental following up behind the Ham. The four of you walk into the room, and you watch as the Elemental immediately cracks and breaks apart, falling into nothing but dust as soon as it enters the room. As the priest from
Alright.
above looks down at you, suddenly kind of smiling as he finishes his last sermon and goes, "And join us next time, my fellow priests, as we discuss Dracothax's existence into the future. Thank you. Please be on. It seems our guests are needing me." Kind of, as he says this, many of the priests kind of start to stand up and quietly start to file out behind you guys as they pass to either side of you quietly. He kind of steps off the ladder, popping down onto the ground as he does, smiling with the holy book under one arm as he looks over at you. His robe's thick, one hand gloved fully, the other holding clearly shown, and goes, "And how may I help you?"
I just need the things that the person who brought me here took away from me.
"Ah,
Returned.
you must be James."
Yes.
"Ah, I do apologize for that little misunderstanding, but we thank you for being so peaceful upon your exit." As he gives a light smile at that, many of his teeth missing.
Of course, no need to cause any undue harm. I'm here to help the homeland.
He nods and goes, "I'm sure you are. Anyways, your items, as you asked for, are just behind in this chest behind my lectern here. You're more than welcome to collect the items as I head to my own office. I find myself weary of these times, old bones and all. But feel free to take your items and donate to the church on your way out, or if you're not, I understand. Please enjoy yourselves and enjoy the city and go in peace.
Thank you so much.
He bows
I
slightly.
sense the motive of this individual.
Okay, what are you trying to
I was
gather?
about to ask you the same thing. I want to make sure all my shit's there.
Yeah, what are you trying to sense?
If this is some trap in any way.
Okay, I'll give you a sense motive.
As I'll also, James will go simply ask, and I can assume all of my things are there. Nothing's been unrightfully kept separately.
He
That is the
nods.
third 2 in a row.
Wait, going. He nods and he goes, well, of course, we are not thieves. We do not steal from adventurers. We respect you. As he looks at you, and as you kind of look at it, James, or Roland, it doesn't seem to be a trap. He doesn't seem to have any sort of hatred towards you. I mean, if he wanted you dead with all those priests, he could have probably killed you, given, holy men have levels and all that.
I will go open the chest.
As I sense mode to make sure my stuff is in there. Fucking 10! God damn! Roll them in, you fucked me! I caught your 2!
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be the case from what you can tell. It could be that it may not be all be there, but from what you can tell, he seems to believe that it's all going to be there.
Alright, because all I would have had on me was was my armor, bag of holding
You had all your gear that you had.
with
Right?
potion.
As far as it goes, I assume you had the gear you carry every city. So,
Yeah.
but as you open, or as Roman goes to kind of like check the chest real quick, looking it over for a sec, looking for hidden buttons, not finding anything. As he goes to open it, as he pops it open, you see your gear kind of just laying there in display. The old priest kind of stops and looks back and goes, "Ah, I must ask, um, if you may leave those cuffs that were used on you behind. They are an heirloom of the church."
Hmm. Well, I can certainly do that.
I appreciate you. Let me know if anything's missing. I'll be right in here. As he or opens his door to what looks to be a bedroom and a slight office. And seems to kind of push the door completely open so you can see him as he scuttles over to the desk and sits down and starts working on some paperwork.
As I will walk up and check and make sure all of my things are in there.
So you look in, finding your armor, finding your bags, finding your jewelry. Everything's there, James. Shockingly.
I will take the 4 minutes it takes to don my armor, my ring, and switch into my armor.
Yep. As you start working on that, Rollman and Ham, what are you doing as James gets dressed?
So I'm just existing. Ham has nothing to do right now.
Ham's
I'm
just
bodyguarding.
Okay.
I'm watching to make sure we don't get stabbed.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Both of you, Rollman, give me a search check. Ham, give me a spot or
Okay.
listen.
One.
Oh, and
We have fourth 2.
Spot.
No,
Oh
that's
my
not
god.
20.
Damn, 2 crits. Hell yeah. Okay, so spot and search, as you both kind of watch, you do notice that a few of the priests are kind of standing at the doorway into the little museum room that you just came from and watching you all. They're not armed, but you do sense a slight ill intent from the look on their faces as they're not really hiding their emotions. They're not moving towards you though. They just seem to be watching with like a plan to potential to attack if you do anything. Um, as you look back though, looking towards the ceiling, looking up, you see a beautiful painting of Eider kind of fighting against a dragon being displayed up there, recognizing Mother as the creature that he's seemingly taking on one. Um, Nothing else catches either of your guys' eye. However, Ham, you do notice something. The old priest does not have both hands. When he goes to put his left arm down, you notice it's a hook covered by a glove.
Can I? Hmm. What would I roll to find out if that's the real Keldrin?
You can give me a knowledge nobility. I'll take a sense motive. Knowledge
I'll
history. Mm-hmm.
I'll vibe with sensitive.
Okay.
Let's do it. Is he fucking with us? Oh, let's see. That's a 19 plus 14, 33.
Um, by all depictions, it seems this is the actual Keldrin Red Hook.
I like side eye roll him and stare at him for a minute, not saying anything.
Do I notice the hook?
I assume Ham's eyes would be kind of like pointing towards his hand or his hands, and that would I assume
Oh,
catch your attention at that point. Yes.
yeah, he sees it and he like
Okay.
rolling weights.
Yeah, as like Ham
Just
kind of
squint
like
my
eyes towards
eyeballs.
it. Mm-hmm. Good.
I just squint. I don't say anything.
Okay.
I'm
Good, Ham.
I'm pretty sure that's him. I'm pretty sure.
Well, there's still priests.
As Roman kind of lightly looks over his shoulder nonchalantly at the doorway. James, about this point, halfway through putting his armor on, kind of now is clipping on his chest piece and trying to get that thing to all hold together. It's a big piece of armor, and it's heavy as he's like having to put on the layers of plates, like a single layer at a time.
Well, I was just going to put it back into the ring and then.
Mm-hmm. I know you were going to try to do, as you realized that didn't work.
Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
gotta
there's always
wear
the
it.
emergency setting there.
Gotta wear it.
You gotta have it on to put it into the ring. The unfortunate thing for the ring.
Note to self: make the gauntlets able to just equip and unequip my armor.
Yeah. I was because if I remember, the rule was it is going to put it, the description was it puts it on you and takes it off you and switches out for other
Yes.
armor. So you had to have it on
Yeah,
you in the first place. The downside. So you're just
yeah.
like,
You'd either have to pre-have it in the ring when you take the ring off, or
mm-hmm.
put it back on when you're taking it back into the ring.
Yo. So as you're like kind of instead of taking the heavy chest piece in one, you're just taking it apart layer by layer and like a dress, kind of putting it on yourself and clipping it together.
Mm-hmm.
As you work on this for like about 2 minutes, you got the boots on, you got the leggings, you're starting to work on the chest piece as the DM elbows his desk really hard. Fuck. Oh, that was not funny at all. Oh, that was my funny bone. Um, but
I'll
yeah, go ahead.
say to him like, "What do you want to do?"
Let him finish his armor first, and then we'll
Then
consider. But either way, that means our work here is not done, even if we leave today.
Oh, I'm not done with fucking these guys over.
James.
Oh, you're done.
James puts
No,
on
you're done.
his armor some
you're
more.
done, buddy.
Works on it next 2 minutes, finally finishing up as he puts his helmet on.
All
I assume
right.
these priests are casters.
It's a safe bet, yeah. You didn't see them with any weapons on them when they were walking past
Mhm.
you.
I'm gonna walk over to James and make it look like I'm checking him for injuries. Like I have my hands on his shoulders, like, are you okay? Kind of. I'm like,
There's a
that
small
wasn't.
cut on my face still.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, you're mostly fine. By the way, that wasn't Keldrin. Keldrin's the high priest. Just making sure you're not too hurt. Not too hurt.
Hmm.
And I'll see how James feels about that information.
Is that aura that the high priest had that probably destroyed the elemental still there?
Oh, the anti-magic aura? Oh no, you're talking about the one from his book. No, it is not, because his book, his holy book, just seems to be kind of sitting off to the side.
By him or by like us in the center?
Oh, side of his desk. Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Well, then I have one last thing to do, but we will deal with this later.
Okay.
Unless you two believe we should handle it now.
So do we have to kill this guy? Is that the thing?
No.
I'm saying it's out
James
of character, but
James wanted him interrogated about everything he did from previous planning.
we're in his house, in his room, and there's like, what do you say, 9 priests?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah. There's probably more
It's
from what
best
you can
we
gather.
just
Yeah.
leave. Although, Ham, hand me those cuffs. I guess we can't take them, as I'll set them right on the lectern.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you set them on the lectern, they seem to kind of. You see the runes glimmer as you do, but then it seems to power down as after you take it out or set it down, the item seems to shrink back down to what looks to be almost normal sized metal like manacles.
You're saying he has big hands.
No, I'm saying that the item expands like no other because of the complexity of what it can do. Think of it like it has its manacles with a bunch of little spider-like tendrils coming out of it that grasp your arm and lock them into place.
Okay.
Yeah, compared to the now just small manacles that look like they're just normal manacles any cop would carry.
Gotcha.
Yeah. As James kind of
We'll
sets them
now
down, go
take
ahead.
our leave.
You say this. You see him wave with the one good hand and goes, "Please, I look forward to seeing you again. Feel free to donate on your way out if you feel so needed." Um,
Possibly I will send something over later.
kind of gives a slight nod at that and gives a smile. And as you three start walking towards the door, the priests seem to scuttle away, closing the door as you walk up to it and open it. They are gone out of sight. But as you walk through the museum, heading back out into the main commoners church, kind of walking the wide around the stage so not to bother the priest, who's now speaking with a second priest up there who's trying to fix the lectern that seems to go in and out of like high pitched young teenager voice to deep
Okay.
melodramatic voice. Um, yeah, IT's not having a good time as you guys kind of walk around and head out.
Our
Well,
own
that was a
fault.
shit
They
show.
decided to kidnap me.
That's true. What was that, Roland?
Feeder says that was a shit show.
Oh, it was almost worse.
But what did he want from you?
Oh, I'll explain once we get back to the ship. Anyways, Ham, I hate to tell you this, but we failed at signing up to be adventurers.
James just
Oh.
got kidnapped, met a demon lord, almost apparently fought had to deal with someone who has some demon backing, and then fully that's the first thing he remembers. Okay,
Ham just
James is
stares at
trying not to talk about this stuff in town.
that's fair.
Ham stares at James, sighs, and goes, "What did you do?
I gesture
me.
to roll him in.
I said I don't
What
want
did
my
you-
mind read, and then he said, "Well, that's too fucking bad,"
And kicked us both
and
out.
they kicked us out.
Great. So, got bad news. I've got worse news.
Okay,
Bad news. You're definitely blacklisted from that guild.
that's okay.
Worse news. There's a real chance they tell other guilds.
Oh well, it's a shame.
Which means we'll basically have to establish our own in order to do so.
Or pay
Become
a
adventurers.
huge amount to a desperate guild.
Or that.
You hear a random commoner run by mentioning as they let someone else hears that laughing.
That kid has good ideas. I'll remember.
I mean, you probably won't be blacklisted from my guild, but it's not near here.
Where did you join?
I believe the lock-in for I joined was Dragon's Crown.
I believe so. I got your back.
Yeah.
Somewhere in here.
Well, we don't want to go back to try
As
town.
James
The place
drinks
doesn't
down
like
a
us.
fire and one of the fire resistance potions, as it is an alchemical mixture to prevent the armor from getting fucky.
I actually don't think I specified where I signed up in mine. I just know it's not the Dwarven ones because I just got here.
No, we never did. No, it's not logged in. Locked in. So because technically you're not part of a monk order that I had lore for. So theoretically, you'd probably be Dragon's Crown though, because that's the most prominent city in the territory.
I thought it was the nearest one to where I was that I could have.
Yeah.
You'd have to
well,
stop by Dragon.
We might make a quick stop there then. We should be fine for landing and
I can
taking
get
off.
productions as long as somebody doesn't tell them they don't want their mind read.
It's either that or we wait till we deal with all our other business.
As you pass by an alleyway and you hear just crying, just sobbing heavily.
1 second.
As
Brief
as
look.
you look down, you see Ham. Pork is standing over the body of Cabbage, crying in the alleyway.
All
I'm going to crack the widest smile for a brief moment, then
I just
I'm
say
gonna.
no, James, and I walk over alone.
Oh, I was gonna send him after the church.
You guys can do
As
that. No.
Ham gives a or a hand on the shoulder to James to kind of stop him. If James gets a twisted grin on his face and pushes past him. Ham, as you walk down, Pork is not looking at you. He is fully like crying over the body.
Yes, I was going to return the body to you after we were forced to have time-sensitive business.
Just tears welling up in his eyes as he sniffs and goes, what do you mean? Return the body.
Well, I found his corpse earlier. I know who did it, if you're interested.
Is it or why do you look like Cabbage?
We met.
Kind of looks at you and goes, I don't remember that.
You remarked I looked like Cabbage when we met in the tavern. I thought me and Cabbage were related.
Doesn't sound familiar. I meet many people. The only person I can remember that really ruined my day was the really tall, strapping elf that I met that turned me down.
How did I ruin his day? Please explain.
Because you turned him down.
Okay, my bad.
Okay.
As James will slowly walk up.
Not
behind
super
him.
important. We met. I found his corpse not too long ago. I had to stop by the church. Almost certain they killed him.
Kind of nods
Yeah.
at you, and Pork kind of looks at you and goes, so, you got him involved in your business and got him killed by
No,
that
no.
church.
I got him involved in nothing.
I can't. Just go away. I don't need you lot making my life more miserable than it already is. I've already lost my friend and my pet. I don't need you lot adding to it. Get on with your life. Move on. Kind of gives you an evil glare.
Sure.
And then turns back and continues to sob over Cabbage's body. As you lot kind of walk back up
Rest in
towards the
peace.
main street.
Ducky.
What's up, Roland?
Rest in peace, doggy.
Yeah. Rest in peace, doggy. As the three of you kind of take a second, look back one more time, and then continue on your way down the street through the dwarven
Think about
city.
it, guys. We could go fight that lich right now.
I am once again the final corgi.
Oh,
Ham just gives an
okay.
evil
Anyways.
twisted grin in the background off
Oh.
camera.
It was more solemn, but fair enough.
The sad dog staring up at the sky, a raindrop landing
Yeah.
and making a face.
I
Oh,
wasn't
there
going
you
for.
need a hat.
I wasn't going for happy he died, but okay.
Oh, listen, that's what it sounds like. God damn, but okay.
Anyways,
Alright,
Ham,
back to the ship.
Yes, I need some actual rest, and Ham will handle some of those quests that are good for your level.
Okay. Sure.
As you three continue heading through the streets, pushing through the crowds that seem to be gathering near the taverns at the entrance gate after about an hour. About this point, it's around midnight-ish. As you reach the gate, they're closed clearly as the guards see you coming up and go, looking at you and go, in Dwarvish, "Who are you and what's your business?"
James Dreg Ironheart, going back to my ship.
Well, James Dreg Ironheart, as he really sounds it out. I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't care if you're the saint himself come to see us from Zarazeki's tomb. You ain't leaving the city this late at night. No one does. Orders of the Lord of the land.
Oh, I should also finish introducing myself then. I'm also known as James Dreg Frostbuster Treasurehorn.
I don't give two damns if you're Jamelin Treasure Horn himself. The rules come down unless you got the proper paperwork or the orders from up above the king. I ain't opening these gates for you, and I sure as hell ain't opening to some goddamn beast folk or elf.
That's rude. How high are these walls?
About 40 or so feet.
That's pretty tall.
Mm-hmm. You know the name drop does not work that well.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It never does, dude.
It
It
always
always gets you in more
fails.
trouble.
Yeah,
How many
at this
guards?
point,
Like, is it just like these two guards at the gate and there's like nothing else?
These two are the only ones you see. You can pretty safely assume inside the gatehouse behind them, there's probably a good maybe 15 to 20 more.
gate's 40 feet tall.
I didn't say the
The
gate
wall
was
They-
40
is.
feet tall. I said the wall was 40 feet tall.
They
Yeah, how
said
tall is the
no
gate?
The
one.
gate is 60
Now they
feet
said
tall.
no. They said
They
no
said they
one.
wouldn't open the
There's
gate
three
for
of us.
anyone.
Yeah. Ham, don't do it. Don't you give him ideas.
They said no one. There's three of us.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
never mind, Ham.
Yeah.
You give him all the ideas you want.
maybe we could just fly over the wall, I guess.
That's what I was about to do.
Let's go do it out of the eyes of the guards.
No, we'll just
What?
get in deeper shit.
What, by doing it when they can't see us?
As the three of you start walking
Well, there's
down
gonna
the
be a
walls.
guard probably on the wall doing a patrol.
These ones know your name.
Let's just go find an inn. We'll pay for a room for the night and
Okay.
Rollman fully shows his dissatisfaction on his face. Alright.
So
Mm-hmm.
when they leave to find an inn, I don't follow. I can't sleep it in, so I'm off to find a nice rooftop.
Also true.
oh, I was gonna go find a inn with a patio, with a room that had a small patio for you.
Off to find a rooftop.
As Ham, the cat goes running off. Go ahead and give me a spot check, Ham, while you look around, and give me a search check, James, while you look for an inn.
If I don't find one, I'm walking into the goddamn castle.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you could, but there was an inn literally like 20 feet to your right, so it'd be pretty hard for you not to. It's more like, do
Yeah.
you want to go to that inn, or do you want to find another one?
Rolls in at
Is
one
it-
suddenly. The inn's gone.
Yep. The inn
It
left.
left.
It doesn't
Port
exist
decided to
anymore.
take it with him, and now it's a traveling inn. Bro, it is now
He's
a
at an
traveling
epiphany
It's
inn.
not
about
that
his
one.
business.
No, James, you are tired, you are exhausted, the world has sucked. And the first inn you can see, the Gustra Tallow Inn, it's open, it's still serving food, and it looks like it's pretty empty now. You know, it'll do. As you start going towards it, not 20 feet to your right.
Let's go to
As
bed.
Ham disappears, climbing up the side of a random building and vanishes into someone's basically rooftop garden to take a nap. As James and Rollman, we'll start with them as you two head over towards the inn, going up to it, opening the door as you do. You see as inside a huge smile seems to be on the young barmaid's face as she looks over at you and is stepping out, her ruby red eyes kind of glittering as they do, and her golden hair mixed with the silverish color kind of seems to almost make her shine amongst the normal snowbeards going about their drinking business. Most who are deep in their cups. But she kind of sees you walk through. She smiles and gives a warm welcome as she kind of holds out some glasses of ale and goes, "Ah, welcome to the Goose and Hydra Tallow Inn. I am Mailera of Glitter Rock. How may I be of assistance to you?"
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. I know your father. He works for me.
"I don't have a father. Please leave." And she gives a warm smile.
I just want to
Keep
read
going.
tonight. Ignore what I said.
She kind of looks you up and down. Give me a diplomacy check. This is roll and gives you a nudge to the side.
Making sure I add the right thing here. I do have a plus. I do with the helmet on. I do have more. This is nice.
Yeah, I just loved Ham's commentary. 26. Do you say this? She kind of looks you up and down and seems to take a sigh and take pity on you and goes, clearly you're not one of our normal customers and you probably are going to have to tip well. Fine, I will get you a room. I assume one for the two of you.
Yes.
Strange couplings these days. Yeah, here. She kind of tosses the key over towards Rolliman. That reads room
Okay.
26. She goes,
Okay.
it's a small room. It'll be 5 silvers in the morning. If you want food, don't be so insulting. Enjoy your night.
As I set down 1 gold coin for
Okay.
your tip.
They said in the morning.
Keep the.
She
I'm
ta-
paying now because I don't want to be.
God damn it.
We're leaving in the morning, and
Fair
I don't
enough.
want to forget.
She takes the coin, looking at you, and here as she watches you and Rolliman go back and forth, and just sighs. She goes, if you're trying to keep yourselves secretive or not let people know about things, maybe don't be so loud in your disagreements. But enjoy your night, as she gives a polite smile.
Say
Have
impolite?
a good night.
No, a polite smile.
Okay. So you said impolite. It would be
No,
funny.
I don't know what an impolite smile would look like.
It doesn't reach the eyes, but
Oh, well,
hers already weren't.
mine never does. Shoot. No. As you two head off, heading into the room, finding a straw bed with one bed in it, and finding that it is a couple's bed, like a giant bed for married or individuals coming together. Um, James and
I lay on the
Roland
floor.
quickly. Oh, okay.
Go to sleep on the bed. What the
I
hell?
assume Roland would be the one to sleep on the floor.
I would
He's an
sleep on the
elf.
floor. What the
He
hell?
doesn't
What
have to
is
sleep.
James? You're dead tired.
Yeah. As
I sleep
James
less.
starts to lay on the floor and passes out a few seconds snoring. Roland
I
kind of
I
walks
put
over,
him in the
scoops
bed.
him up, and shoves him into the bed. Kind of goes back to sitting in his trance, watching the door.
No.
As the two of you begin to kind of rest for the night, James loudly snoring as he does. We jump over to Ham. Ham, as you climb up the side of a building and get up through into a garden rooftop, you find that it seems to be very peaceful. The dirt's cool. The moonlight is perfect. The storm seems to have kind of pattered away a little bit since a few hours ago. It's overall a nice place to relax, and no one other than a single doorway to get up here, as you can see.
Nice. Let me get comfortable.
You kind of get comfortable building yourself a nest in the dirt, looking around. You can see the city from almost all around. It's like almost like an Assassin's Creed viewpoint as you look about, seeing the glimmers of candlelight in some windows here and there that seem to kind of get snuffed out one at a time. Um, Things seem almost mellow and relaxed. You never guessed the city to be as corrupt as it seems to be for what you're watching.
Man, the outside world compared to our lands are really, really evil.
Yeah. As you start to kind of realize this, relaxing as you do, you begin to feel some sort of slight stirring, almost like a retching feeling in your stomach, like something isn't agreeing with you, as you begin to hear a voice in your head of a mad cackling. The same mad cackling you recognize as Bolo's, as it seems to fade in and out as you try to sleep.
I
Pork is Bolo. Confirmed.
It's true, it's his hide version. He's Jekyll right now.
I'm gonna sniff the air for Bolo. It's a scent I could never forget.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
Who
Sure.
the fuck is Bolo?
Fucking Bolo
World
is here.
leader. No world leader.
Just head.
Oh.
25.
You do not smell him anywhere.
Do I smell anyone nearby?
I mean, a cat. As you kind of look down, you see it about 3 stories down below you, jumping off of a metal bin full of trash. That's about it.
Odds that I'm just
It's the
about to have
cat.
nightmares.
Follows the
It's
cat.
gonna be my life.
Yeah, it could be. It could
Well,
be.
you have PTSD. This is why James is looking for a therapist.
It's true. He does have PTSD. But him, as you kind of look about, not smelling anything and not seeing anything, another hour of you kind of relaxing, trying to calm yourself. as your stomach finally dissipates and the cackling seems to vanish. Do you just let sleep take you, or are you going to kind of keep an eye out for anything?
I mean, I let sleep take me if it's been an hour and it's gone.
Okay.
I mean,
As the night goes on, the three of you sleeping peacefully as you can. It seems to mellow somewhat throughout the night as the city quiets. A calm, almost like jazz, seems to play over the city as some late night instrumentalists come out to practice their crafts. Um, but as the night goes on, it seems to be peaceful until the next morning when you wake up. Some light snow and rain mix kind of hitting the ground outside. Ham, you are covered in snow. Uh, and it is sloshy and wet. Thankfully,
Damn.
like an insulator, it kept you warm all night, so you slept great.
that's a good thing. Corgi is surprisingly good with snow.
Yeah, they are snow dogs. As the three of you kind of reconvene down at the Goose and Hydra Tallow Inn, kind of coming to the bar as Ham comes in from a nice cold but relaxing night. The three of you find a nice little table in the back, kind of sit down, feeling the silent spell go up around you, and losing the sound of the tavern speaking to almost absolute silence to the three of you just sitting there. What would you like to do?
Is James actually rested for once?
James is looking fully rested. James, you have no idea how you gained the full rest you needed. You should have had at least another day of tiredness
Yeah.
left to you.
That straw bed must have done
All right.
wonders.
Roland kind of gives a light smile as he sips on what looks to be a dark brew of coffee, kind of has been set up in front of all three of you. Um, James, you don't know why, but you woke up on the floor, but you feel like you had the greatest night's sleep in a while. Cut
Did I
back.
re-put him on the floor? Is that
Cut
you're
back to
suggesting I
Roland
did?
getting up an hour ahead of time to put James on the floor completely
I
knocked
heard bit
out.
an hour ahead of
Yeah, before he
James
got
so that
up.
he could beat James to his prayers.
Exactly.
There you go.
Roland pretending to
Look,
be
I
in
need to
trance
sleep less
sleep.
than normal people anyway.
It's true. But as you kind of sit there, what brought over, it looks to be this grain, like pancake of a barley grain. So it's a little bit browner than what you're used to for what you'd expect of a pancake, but it's got a sweeter taste. As some bits of meat are kind of set to the side in the shape of sausage links. As the Marilla kind of gives a look at James and kind of like glare, but seems to leave almost a moment later after putting the food down, leaving you three to continue conversation.
Well,
So
Ham
we
is
we
just
go back to the ship.
convinced.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Was that him?
Go ahead.
Ham is just convinced that this James guy not good with women.
Mm.
Just
No,
Well,
that's not wrong at this point.
Yeah, James
That's
has never
true.
had good luck with men or women. To
The
be fair,
the most
Oh,
luck
no.
James has had with a woman was Nada, and that's because he saved her child.
that's true. That's true.
James just needs to find a woman who doesn't have a husband anymore. You
You need
know,
to find
that's the best.
women that
A
have
widow.
children.
Yeah.
I kidding.
Yeah.
Such a
As
sad
you
state.
kind of
Yeah.
sit around the breakfast enjoying for a moment, a peace, almost quiet peace as you guys sit around for a second. Did you guys discuss anything, or are you just kind of eating and then heading straight for the ship?
Eating and leaving
Okay.
is
I
James's
mean,
mindset.
Ham will just ask if, because I'm not going to do anything at the ship, if they want me to go find where, I think his name's Kip. Let me pull up the quest.
For one of the quests.
Kip Hatchling Whisperer for the Dragon Quest.
That
To
would
ask me
be
questions.
wonderful, actually. Yes.
Because I'm going to be honest, I don't think anyone this time's going to kidnap Ham, because why would they?
Sure.
Yeah. We'll reconvene here then in, I don't know, a few hours.
Sure.
Head back to the ship. You, James, can tell me what the fuck happens. We'll let the crew know that we're going to do quests.
Yeah, I want to know only what I have to know. I don't want to know any extra. So you guys have that
Sure.
conversation.
You don't want to know who that person was anyway.
As Ham
No.
scarfs down the last of the food quickly, he gets up and starts to walk off.
His evil almost made me retch. I don't want to know.
As he leaves the
Okay.
silent spell circle, silent spell of the little stall and heads off into the city. As he walks out of the tavern, you see as he puts his hood up and then just vanishes into the shadow.
Oh man. All right,
Um,
James. Let's go back to that ship.
As the two of you kind of get up and head out of head out to the city walls and the gates. The guard from last night, tired now from a late night watch and yet to be relieved, kind of sees you as you walk over and nods and goes, "Oh, you're the first ones." And as he gives the shout out and the shout up, the gate seems to begin to open as it creaks, and the heavy wooden and stone doors seem to push open. A line of merchants already waiting to get in on the other side. As you two head out and start heading down the street or heading down the road. As you start heading down the road, though, a couple merchants kind of eyeing you up and down. James and Roland, James, are you gonna be explaining this when on the road, or are you gonna wait till you get to the ship?
I'll wait till we're away from the merchants at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
You can wait till we get on the ship. I don't mind.
Well, once we're away from the merchants and generally prying ears,
Yeah, I don't
alright,
think Roland
ask what you
would
want.
on the ship. Until you get on the ship.
Wait for it.
Go ahead,
What?
James. What were you saying, James?
Ask what you want to ask, Rollman. I'll give you what answers I think are prevalent in this case.
Sure. So what was it like from your perspective? What happened?
I got hit in the back and passed out.
Okay. Well, what about your nephew? Was he fake? Also kidnapped?
Well, I give a shrug. There was an illusion of him, so he was likely transformed.
Okay. And then you just woke up in the church with cuffs
Yeah,
on?
gagged, cuffed, and after a few moments, the young one walked in, and after he was a bit of a braggart, I tried to invoke a bit of a payment that my grandsire owes.
Okay, and that's what that. I know who Beatmancer is, right?
Yes, you've met me, or you know
Okay.
me, Manser, pretty much, in what James' relation seems to be to him.
We've seen his ship too, because we were in
Yeah.
Hersh's last hold when he showed up and took the.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had no idea you had to deal with that man.
I don't technically. I just inherited
Your
it.
grandsire. Yeah.
That's Roland
But
kind of
I
grumbles.
think he said it was not resolved. I think I remember correctly.
No, the man met the criteria other than he was sworn to somebody else.
Interesting. All right.
As James continues heading towards the ship with Rollman. Around this time, you guys kind of peeling off the main road and heading through the grassy knoll that you guys had kind of parked toward or set the ship down into as you head to that direction.
Yeah.
Seeing the ship through the trees as you kind of push through the clearing.
I apologize, James. This was a failing on my part. I should have caught the scheme ahead of time.
We were all. Oh, that breakfast came back for a little bit. Oof. We were all duped. Don't worry about it. I should have been a bit more wise about my decisions. I won't make the same trip ups again.
As you kind of say this, finally coming through the clearing, the crew shouting in excitement as they see you lot, as kind of have your moment, and then head over towards the pulley system to kind of get pulled up by the. I still call it an elevator. I mean it's not, but it still feels like one. At this point.
Lift.
Yeah, the
Lift.
As James kind of takes his seat and Rollman climbs on, and as is tradition, Rollman, give me a balance check.
Okay. I'm just gonna take 10 at this point.
Okay.
It's 29.
Cool. As you kind of get pulled up and head into the captain's quarters so that James can kind of give a full debrief of the situation. Um, And we cut back for a moment towards Ham. Ham, as you walk into the streets, leaving James and Rollman in the tavern, where are you heading?
Off to a guild to inquire where I can find Kip to ask him about the quest.
Okay. And you're just going into the first guild you find.
Uh, any. Yeah, I don't think it really should matter. Any guild that I think would have the quest, so I could find out where Kip is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the tavern you were at had the and was where you got the quest from. But as you kind of head into town a little bit further, you do see a board with what looks to be someone kind of standing beside it, dressed in armor. It looks to be a station guard of sort, basically wearing the treasure horn sigil on his chest and on his armor plate. As you see the quest from earlier posted up, as you walk over, kind of looking over up and down, the guard looks over at you and in Dwarvish goes, or says something and looks at you and then waits for you to respond.
I'm just going to, with the quest paper, like tap Kip's name
He looks
and
at
just wait.
you and then says something again and then waits for you to respond. As you can tell, he definitely posed a question, but doesn't seem to, and seems to be waiting for some sort of answer.
Please tell me you speak common.
As you speak common, he just looks at you again and kind of like shakes his head no as he goes, "No common speak," in like common, as broken as he can, and goes, "But understand," as he nods up and down and then points up the street towards a really glamorous looking building that's just basically dotted in gold and silver and platinum.
Thank you. Thank you.
As you say this, he gives a thumbs up as he watches you walk away. Kind of goes back to standing at attention as you head up the street towards what is the largest building and stronghold in this part of the town as you head into what is the noble district once more. As you push through the crowds that seem to kind of begin to gather around outside the doors, a bunch of snowbeards seem to be kind of trying to get through. As this one gal continues to speak, saying something along the lines, "Today's catches will be auctioned off in 2 hours. Tickets will start selling in an hour. All merchants attending today will be expected to line up in orderly line." And then she continues on as you kind of watch the merchants begin to move and head over towards one of the speakers to the side as they seem to slightly evenly line up a little bit aggressively, but overall without incident.
Well, I'm not here for whatever that is. So
Just kind of walk
definitely,
around and pass.
yeah. I'm not a merchant. I don't look like a merchant, and I'm not here for an auction.
No, yeah.
So
As you head into the building, seeing the gilded Kelpie sign kind of glimmering as it does, magic kind of lighting it up, heading inside, the red carpet rolls out for you as you feel the infernal spider silk underneath your feet. It is soft. It is probably the softest types of fabric you've ever stepped on. As a young lady walks over to you, dressed in what looks to be more of a butler's attire, and smiles and goes, "May I assist you, young beast folk?"
she's speaking common.
Yes, she is speaking common.
Oh, thank goodness. Uh, Null, but good enough.
Ah, my
I'm,
apologies. Your people haven't been recognized yet as within our territories. I've never seen one. Do forgive me.
oh yes, it's quite all right. Uh, I'm looking for Kip Hatchling Whisperer to confide on his quest.
Ah, yes, he is unavailable currently, but I'm available to answer your questions. He is currently setting up the uh, auction and is currently inspecting the gilded scale eggs. So he will be unavailable for the next hour, maybe two, before he should be capable of helping. But if you have questions, I can help you with any of them. It is technically a quest by the guild. He is just the leader and representative.
Sure. Um, I was just going to check if there was any other creatures noted. How often does it leave the tower? if this one's unique in any way to other Gloom Dragons.
Ah, yes, he is of the Ning family. And she kind of takes a second and tries to really break it down in common, like she's not really knowing if she's pronouncing it right. Um, and she goes, he's related to the famous dragons who fought the Closen, if I remember correctly. Um, long time ago. Beyond that, he is by himself, much to my understanding. He is known to have spies amongst our town and has been influencing some of the guilds and merchants, which is one of the reasons we want him out of here. Beyond that, he does not have many burials upon his back. I do know that. Oh, we have a drawing of him. Would that assist you at all?
Yes, please.
Oh, perfect. She kind of walks over to one of the desks, and kind of pulls up behind it from behind a scroll and hands it to you. As you see a beautifully drawn version of a Gloom Dragon that looks pretty standard for what the age it is. I guess probably young adult, maybe, maybe a little bit older, but not by much. Um, and as you kind of look it up and down, the only thing that's unique is its tail seems to have a strange, like greenish rock kind of stuck into it. You don't really recognize that as you kind of look at it. It seems a little off, but otherwise, everything else about the creature looks standard.
Well, to the degree, it looks like a rock, right? It's not
Yeah,
metal, but
yeah,
like
like it looks
some
like a
kind.
gemstone at best. Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be something for James to roll for. Um.
Yeah. True.
Okay. Only other thing, how it prefers to fight, if it's known.
Ah, yes, it's very intelligent creature, as best we've been able to find. The few adventurers mention it ambushes from the darkness. Doesn't like to fight for very long, and once it's weakened, it runs away. It also runs away even after weakening its opponents. One of the adventurers mentioned that after being attacked numerous times, they just finally ran away. They didn't want to continue fighting through the not large lair, but I would say from what they described, it seemed to be very intricately designed. We didn't get a good description from it beyond it whines a lot, and there's a lot of magical darkness about it. I assume the creature has some sort of strange aura effect or some item that's giving it some ability for its lair region.
So it doesn't want to kill people; it wants to hold a location. That's odd.
It has eaten a few, but I assume those are more the unwilling adventurers to retreat.
Okay. Sam's like taking notes.
Mhm.
That's all I specifically need, unless there's anything else unique about the creature. We'll have to look into its lair effect, but that's fine.
I don't believe there is, at least not to our knowledge. You might be able to ask some of the local adventurer guild or local adventurers down at the Dracothex Temple, as a few of them have dealt with the creature for when they've taken up the quest. None have managed to, of course, finish it, but a few survivors found themselves amongst their order.
Hmm. I suppose I can go ask them. Okay,
She
I'll go do
nods.
that. Thank you for your time.
She nods and smiles and goes, "Oh, of course, if you ever need anything else, feel free to seek us out here at the Gilded Kelpie."
As I'll do like a fist in hand bow, and I'll walk off.
Sweet. Or gilded. Yeah, okay, I did have it right. As you do, she kind of seems to kind of awkwardly do the same motion basically back to you. And as you turn and head out, the merchants are starting to flow in with tickets into one of these side rooms that seem to open up into a large auditorium from what you can see. Almost like an auction house of sorts as you head out into the streets.
Back to the church.
Okay. So you start heading back down towards the Dracothex temple, kind of passing by commoners and such. It doesn't take you more than about 20 minutes of a walk before you finally find yourself there, and a few two guards from last night still standing there.
Well, I know these two don't speak the language, so I'm off to find someone who does.
You kind of you kind of see them giving a slight nod to your head and heading in. Kind of walking about. There seem to be commoners once again, kind of milling about, listening to the priest kind of go on about Dracothex and the Spellforge way of destroying the elder races and such. A couple of the monks seem to notice you that are standing about. One of the ones you recognize from earlier, from yesterday, that had given you the clothes, kind of walks over and smiles at you and goes, "Ah, dear brother Ham, I believe it was, from what I heard one of your compatriots mention. Are you coming to
Yeah.
join us? Wanting to enlist in our order?"
I'm actually here to ask about something that you'd probably be interested in getting rid of. I heard some of the people here survived encounters with the dragon nearby. The dragon.
Yes, that is correct. I was one of the groups. We have a few other members that managed to make it pretty far in, but unfortunately didn't survive with their minds intact. I think I'm the only one still capable of explaining and remembering the situation, but I don't see why that would be of assistance to you.
I mean, I'm going to go hunt the creature. I'd like to know what I can.
Oh, well, if you, I don't recommend it, but I'll assist in any way I may. Here, join me in the tea room. It's past the courtyard. As he starts to guide you out through the side door once more, and through the snowy, slushy courtyard into a nice, what looks to be like indoor greenhouse. That seems to have a couple tea kits set out. A few people already taking
Man,
rest.
can I size up how strong this guy is? Because if he failed, how strong is he?
Give me a sense motive,
Sure.
or I'll take a survival check. One of the two.
I have a plus 14 to sense motive. I'll gladly do that.
Work back, Rollman.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 14. So 28.
28. With a 28, you are almost 100% sure that this individual is maybe 1 to 2 levels higher than you.
Okay, so not an unbridgeable gap. Just
But also by the guess of him looking him up and down, you'd guess him to not be a monk, but an unarmed fighter.
a pugilist.
Correct.
Sure. I'll wait until he, I'm assuming, serves tea. It's polite before conversation.
Yeah, as he pours some tea, it comes out this beautiful, almost lavender-like color as he pushes over it towards you and then takes a sip from his own cup and looks at you and goes, "Please, ask away."
Yes, I wanted to ask about its supposedly it has an overly intricate layer. What did the guild mean by that?
Ah, yes. Its layer seems to have an illusionary effect from what I could tell. If your mind is weak, you'll get lost in it quite easily. There's some magical metal down there that seems to have a darkness effect that seems to be disorienting, even to those with us who have dark vision. My assumption is between the two of them, it leads to a, not a complex maze, but one that makes it very easy to turn yourself around in.
Okay. So maybe blind sight or something similar would be helpful.
We did have a companion that was able to sense the pathway through the tremors in the ground, but we also found that to be also a little more difficult as the creature never laid on the ground to fight us, ambushing us only from the air and then flying off as soon as it did as it wished.
It'd be a problem. Okay. And then the people that I guess minds are breaking, is it the dragon doing that or the area?
That I can't tell you. I didn't face the dragon personally in one-on-one combat. The creature just ambushed us and ran away each time. But they mentioned before their minds went fighting him after a while, and they said that he didn't actually physically harm them when he attacked. That instead, it felt like they were sent to another dimension or plane of existence. Like they could see their body as if they were standing outside of it. And then when we pulled back to it, a piece of their mind was gone, is what they described it as. Not sure what that means, but I assume it means the creature has some strange ability.
Can I roll knowledge nature for why it's acting like this?
Sure.
I'd assume in Ham's knowledge, like living around dragons for a long time, that's not very normal behavior.
No, gloom dragons are very evil, and don't typically play with their food, let alone let them escape.
21.
Yeah, so like I said, gloom dragons. This isn't normal in any way. You're definitely sure about that. This creature has to have some sort of exterior motive that has to be individualistic of some sort, you'd guess, or something else has caused it to act out. Um, Otherwise, from what you can tell, this dragon seems to almost be acting in defense. Like, it's not trying to kill people overall, which, again, it raises red flags, but this is definitely not normal by society.
And I wouldn't liken this to like it defending eggs or something, because the dragon would still kill people while defending their eggs.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, because it would need the extra nourishment for calories to feed its children once they're hatched. Because it would theoretically just tear them up and leave the bodies there for them to eat when they hatch.
And kind of rubs his like furry snout, the bottom of his like furry snout. He's like, you said the others that came back from your order and others were mentally broken in a way. In what way?
Well, at time their emotions got out of hand. Specific emotions seem to take full control. Some despair, some happiness. Always to such an extreme that they can't act, they can't think, they can't focus. They're basically useless beyond being just bodies of muscle.
Oh my god, the dragon gives ADHD.
It's the dragon with ADHD breath, yes.
It's giving other people ADHD. Oh, that's bad.
Quick hit
If James
Valium.
or D were screwed.
Yep.
Did any of your order, when they could give info, notice the odd rock or similar on the end of its tail? Was it doing anything?
Yeah, it glowed every time I saw it fight. I mean, as far as what I could say to the others, they never mentioned anything of the object. I saw it glowing with runes, and then I saw the reflection of my past, and then a bunch of different variations of myself is the best way I can remember. As he kind of takes a sip of his tea and goes, No, it was like a sudden smoky room with every choice I've made showing what the end was of those individuals and where they ended up, and then it brought me back. Though hours had passed, which was strange, and I found myself standing outside of the stronghold, I guess he puts it in air quotes, if you will.
No, James. James made one promise about that kind of dragon. There's only one, and it's the one Zebral's on.
Yeah, because they got wiped out during the Age of Fae. Like, there's a general, it's not outright written, but it's inferred in the lore that they just vanished during the Age of Fae along with the Fae.
If this dragon was part-time dragon, it'd have to be so fucking old.
Yeah.
Like,
not a young adult. Although, to that point, James does make a good point outside of character. Evil Zopip could have popped this thing in here and just left it for you guys to run into as a landmine.
I really hope not.
But, yeah, I was gonna say, the likelihood of that is very low, because, I mean, you know. But as he answers this and kind of looks at you and smiles and goes, I believe that's roughly it. My mind goes foggy even now with some of the memories of the fight.
Yes, of course. I won't ask you of any more, especially if it is harming your mind.
It's not harming, I would say. It's more that the more holes pop up daily. Nothing that seems to be inspired by discussion, though. So if I may answer them, I will answer what I can. But if that is all you've come to ask of me, then please.
Yes, just a final question. Did the dragon seem to have a preferred target or similar when it first showed up?
Yes, it did recognize which of us was able to cast magic and which of us was able to heal. Very strategic thinking. It went after it worked to separate the healers and magic casters so they were alone. None of them have ever come back.
Oh, great. So this thing's gonna kill James first. It's gonna slaughter James.
Yep. Now, Ham may not know this, but to James, that would be a good flashback to what Granny, I think it was Granny Apple, was what it did. Granny or something like that. I can't remember. The hag.
It was her children were doing it because they were
Yeah.
casting the spell to move him.
Yo, so but otherwise, as James in the distance back on his ship sneezes suddenly, Ham, as you ask this question, as he answers, kind of looks at you and smiles as you guys feel free to take some of the tea with you to your captain on your way out. As he kind of like pushes over a small bag of tea leaves.
Yes, I thank you for your kindness.
He smiles and goes, Of course, if there's anything else I can be of assistance with, I'm happy to do so.
That should be all.
As he kind of stands and gives you a deep bow, and then kind of escorts you to the door, back to the front door.
Yeah, we'll do the same.
Cool. And then where are you heading after this? Are you just going back to James Ham?
I'm going back to that tavern where we're apparently going to meet up afterwards.
Okay. All right. As we'll pop back over to James and Rollman as you stand in the captain's quarters. James, as you've explained kind of what I assume happened, what you can recall more in detail to Rollman. Um, is there anything else you'd be kind of
Yeah.
going over with Rollman at this point?
That we should probably move the ship up a bit closer so that we can load on quickly once we have the information with Ham.
Okay.
Because we are meeting him back at the tavern instead of saying we should instead of having Ham just come to the ship.
You know, that was all
As
your
I
part.
look at Rollman, who's the one who decided this.
Oh.
Yes. You never know. Maybe we needed to stay in the city somewhere, but apparently not. As we'll find out when we go to this tavern.
Just Rollman kind of.
Sure. I will fly the ship as close as possible.
Okay. As the ship begins to head, give me a use magic device roll, Rollman.
Okay.
Just barely making it just enough as you kind of head out to take the ship and head closer to the city. Kind of finding yourself about a 10 or a 20-minute walk. You are definitely within the eyesight of all of the merchants and their caravans heading into the city, as well as the guards from the walls. But as you lot kind of set it down just enough to basically get let off, and then with Uga Chunga given the order to rise back up, the two of you kind of start heading back towards the city. And now are you gonna cut in line, James, or are you gonna stand in line like last time?
The last time I cut in line,
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it again.
Okay. So
You
you
guys
head,
should be off duty at this point, right?
yeah, oh yeah. As you head up,
Everyone's-
seeing a fresh crew of guards, they seem to let you through without much of a scuffle. There's not much of a discussion as you walk up, and one of the guards, seemingly recognizing your symbol, just seems to nod, letting you right through, James, without even a question.
I give him a kind smile.
As you do, he seems to kind of just give a nod back, going back to his work as the two of you head to the inn, kind of right within the city walls, to meet Ham, who, as you kind of head in, see Ham has been waiting there for a few minutes at this point, as he sits back in the booth that you guys had sat at earlier.
Walking over and sitting down. All right, Ham. Do you think we should deal with the dragon or not?
Well, I learned the dragon's terrain breaks people of weak will's minds. Very peculiar, the dragon's not trying to kill anyone. Unless they really overstay their welcome. It seems to want to
Odd.
ambush and off. Yes, I know. It has a strange green jewel attached to its tail that glows while it fights.
What
Are
would
you
I
gonna-
need to roll to try to recognize that?
Well, I was gonna say, is Ham pulling out the scroll to show?
Yeah,
Okay.
no reason not to.
Yeah, as you should. Give me a knowledge arcana or a spellcraft.
I'll do spellcraft.
Like,
Fuck.
ouch.
Nice.
Well, it looks a lot
Nice.
like the same gem. Funny enough, it looks the same color as one of the sweet old tooth's gemstone teeth, because one of them was made of jade, or rather emerald, and this looks to be the same
Emerald.
color
Yeah.
and same size and shape as you look at it.
And I know that that's still in storage because I keep
Yes.
cutting off portions of it.
Yeah.
Oh, and apparently people to other dimensions to rip out part of their soul, personality. It's unclear.
This is a dragon that fights with their mind. Is that what you're saying?
This Roman enjoys some food gets brought over to him after placing
Hey,
an
man.
order. No, yeah, just
I mean,
because
walking tacos right now.
Yeah, just because
It-
James and Ham are eating doesn't mean you can't. Go ahead.
Yes, it seems to. It seems the place truly is a maze, a mix of a special metal and a magic over the area that makes it very easy to get lost.
It's a challenge, then.
Well, how does it fight? Besides the mind thing, does
Like
it
I
strike at
said,
people physically at all?
ambush tactics. It strikes, it
Oh,
runs
okay.
away, strikes, it runs away. And it seems to never touch the ground while it fights.
Hmm.
Do you have some way of getting it to stay?
I know some spells would take me.
Well, it really likes killing magic casters and healers as I stare right at James.
James
Slow
quiet
blink.
suddenly. Yeah.
And every healer and caster that's gone in there has never been gets split from the party and is never seen again.
Mm,
Did you ask how they get split? Or is it just the maze that's doing it, basically?
It just seems to happen. They don't know.
I've been separated once before by creatures that wanted to eat me.
Yes. That was pretty bad.
If it's a magical effect, I have a little bit of a better chance, but I'd rather not deal with that. We could just blow up the watchtower from range.
James, you get the sense if it was that easy, someone probably would have done it by now.
Yeah.
Who else has an airship?
No, it's more. There are rogues out there, plenty
It,
of adventuring groups that with rogues that could have stealth, set the bombs up, and then just ran off.
yeah. It's more how many adventurers of Ironheart Up can get explosives. All of them.
Yeah,
Mm.
especially in the Snowbeard lands,
Fair.
the capital of mining. Like explosives may not be good in this time period, but they still are available.
What do you think? If it has hit and run tactics, and we can't get it to stay, it'd be a long process.
Not only
to
that,
bring
it
it
would
down.
target me first, and given our most recent venture, we may be better just doing small stops, taking out hordes of problem monsters for smaller villages and towns.
Well, yes, we can do that, but don't you still have work here? I mean, your quarry is still alive.
Oh, I'll be dealing with that in one more
I mean,
day's
I guess
time, I
you
think.
could hire other adventurers and just leave them to deal with it.
I might. We're also waiting to see if my one worker shows back up.
Cut to Rad, who's just having a great time with sailing the high
Not the one I'm
seas.
referring
No.
to. I imagine
And-
him pulling a Luffy and he's in a barrel in the ocean.
Oh, dude, yeah,
Mr.
he's
Mr.
missing.
Mr. Glitter, who went to do something and we haven't seen him
You've
again.
not seen Glitterrock since, yeah, that's true.
He's busy.
But as the three of you kind of sit there thinking about this, kind of contemplating what you want to do, you start to kind of think on this for a moment, and James, you feel a strange and eerie presence suddenly kind of almost like a chill down your spine as the tavern doors start to open slightly.
And it walks in Alfred Stone.
Actually, yes, fun fact. Good, thank you for calling that
Fucking
out.
damn it!
As Alfred with his mercenary corps,
way.
what looks to be Snowbeard with a little bit more brown in their beard and a little bit more tan to their skin, about 20 of them all seem to kind of come in behind Alfred and head over towards the bar, not even noticing you.
I'm not a
good,
dog this
they're
time.
here.
He'll recognize me.
Roland puts his head down, slightly turns to the side. What was that, Ham? Sorry.
I said, hey, at least they're not here for James.
You're right. You're not here for James.
No,
And
but if it's his entire mercenary corps, I might be able to do something here.
what'd you like to do, James?
Ham, you'll stick with me for the moment. We'll be leaving shortly. Roland, I think you should get back to the ship
Okay. How am I getting
as
out of here
quickly as
without him
possible.
seeing me?
Look at James. I'm really concerned what he's planning.
You might have to use your own invisibility. I don't have anything I
That
can really
lasts
do to
6
help
seconds.
with that. Then
Can I
you
get
had
to the door
better
in
run.
6 seconds?
I mean, it's from where you're sitting. It's about 34 feet to the door.
Oh, easily then. Okay. I will try and time it so that the door will be like opening,
Okay.
and then I will be action, turn invisible, and then fucking book it.
As I will get up and lead him over to we're in Treasure-Horn lands. It's rude for a noble of Treasure-Horn blood not to at least greet the great Alfred Strong.
Oh,
Alfred Stone.
Mm-hmm. What was that, Ham?
Ham's gonna meet a new friend.
Yeah. All right. As
As
Ham and
James will
James
walk
get
over
up,
and make sure to distract Alfred Stone away from where Rolman will have to most likely run.
yeah, as you kind of walk around, kind of trying to get on the other side of him so that way he's not looking back towards the door. As you walk around and look at, or kind of step up to Alfred, tapping him on the shoulder, he turns and gives a smile. Rollman, give me a reflex check.
Reflex, not a
Yeah.
stealth. Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, give me a hide check. Or move silent check, actually, rather. Because your hide you won't need to, because you're invisible. And if he
Move
can see
silent.
you, you're screwed either way, so.
Yes. Do I get a bonus for being a loud bar?
No. DC does get lower, or
Okay.
get lowered, though.
Where's my fucking move silently?
It's the last skill you'll ever
There
see.
it is.
It's with the other M's, probably.
I would hope, yeah.
No,
Well, I
it's
don't
with
have
the
any ranks
P's,
to move
obviously.
silently.
I'm not surprised you are a fighter.
Why would I have to move silently? 7.
Exactly. 7. As
I ain't a rogue.
James turns and starts greeting Alfred Stone, giving him a good handshake, a smile, suddenly the loudest piece of wood in the tavern creaks. Alfred turns, his men turn. Everyone seems to turn over to where Rollman was. Nothing
Why?
but a spinning
What the
fork,
hell?
seemingly on the table as Rollman is out the door, gone.
So Roland, this is actually a psychology thing. When there's a sudden noise, everyone in the room will almost always turn to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as Roman stands on the other side of the door, right on the side of the building, where just behind a big piece of wood, so no one can see him from inside, kind of catching his breath for a second. That is where we're going to end session today. We thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you on the next episode.